The seals have been broken, and the devils are here. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to our next episode of Chaos Unending. This episode 11, tentatively titled Follow the Hollow. The sounds of screams still rattle about as undead, untethered from a necromancer and a lord vampire slowly meander about the camp, being put down. Some people who are wounded being put down as well in fear. The chaos is almost it's sickening. There's a madness that has taken over this camp. At the center of that madness sits our crew, the road wardens, and their would-be assassin.
I thought he was a rogue.
With halberds drawn upon all of you, mainly pointed at Hildebrand and his compatriot Lornock. Conspirator.
It's not like that.
Consequences.
And as Carmen was making her way to run to the child to start pulling people off, she was interrupted by halberds crossing down in front of her and pushing her back towards the rest of the crew as well. You are now standing in a circle of Imperial steel as Krieger's men, halberdiers of the Empire, stand ready to, at the word of any superior, strike all of you down. Stepping forward, Helmut, who has returned from his battles. You see black blood splattered across his armor, some across his face. Still imposing, more imposing now, but still not filling out his armor the way a younger man would. Walks over and points directly at Hildebrand, but then quickly sweeps his hand back and forth across the rest, saying, All of them must be arrested now! You can hear people tearing, bodies just slumping and falling to the side as they frantically go to free the entombed child. From below, you hear a whimpering sob. It's a small child, not knowing what's going on, just unloading his emotions in a powerful wail. Everyone that has been affected instantly feels that fear and their need to protect becomes almost overwhelming. But any move you make would probably put you at the end of a halberd. Helmut rushes out of the circle. The halberd's making way, instantly snapping back into place with spears drawn and pointed. And you see a faint golden light coming from beyond the encircled guard about you. You hear the clattering of daggers as they bounce off each other and scatter across the hardened, packed earth. That's when the halberds part once more. And being led by Helmut stands Carl. He's cut, he's bruised, but the wicked blades of Brand no longer pierce his flesh. He's not crying anymore either. He looks upset, but he's not crying. Sniffling, wiping away. Who did that? Looking to the three of you.
I'm sorry, he knows not what he does.
He's been acting strange after he spoke to Vanderpeer. He would never do something like this.
Oh.
Vanderpeer's not an elf, though. Why was he talking like an elf? Is it your fault?
Certainly.
I don't know how to speak elf.
He looks at Lynira. He looks at Lornock.
He's a wood elf. We are not the same.
Helmut steps forward and the only option is that they must be killed. They attacked a child, the child...
We protected
We
the
tried
child.
to stop that.
She took on the vampire count.
Carl actually puts a hand on Helmut's chest. And says, No. They helped. I think. Walks over, kind of limping a little bit, rubbing his arm in the cuts. He walks over to Hildebrand, looks him in the eye from below. The elves asked you to do this? Helmut's running over to go grab the child. Oh, 100 bits from Ghoulie for the spooky child voice.
Yeah, your children are a little creepy. Just putting that out there. It's A+ though. Spotify.
He he holds up his hand again, and almost slaps the armor on Helmut as Helmut's walking over. Like, no, we must not. We must make. No. I want to hear it. The elves make you do this?
Why did you do that?
The elves didn't make me do anything. I wanted them to know.
You wanted them to know what?
What was happening. Which is true.
He turns around to Helmut. He says, arrest him, and we'll do the welcoming ceremony for the other two. Execute the elf, though, if that's what you want to do.
We could
Helmut
maybe
looks
get some
kinda-
information from him. I don't mean to speak out of turn, but
Helmut just holds up a hand. Says, the boy is speaking. You listen to the boy. Carl, looking up to Helmut. Helmut nods for a second. Just do as the child Sigmar says. Out of the crowd comes a portly fellow carrying a hammer.
Oh, great.
he's looking up.
Bring it.
With him Klaus, and Nils.
Sure, Klaus couldn't
I
have been.
have so many feelings right now.
It couldn't have been. It
Trying to
couldn't.
keep it like.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been Klaus that got
Stacking
killed.
everything.
It couldn't have been Klaus that got killed. That bastard.
Yeah, Ernst went down.
Ernst went Unter.
He steps forward and he says, I know these people. Helmut says, well, explain yourself. Johann hands his hammer off to Nils. Nils takes it, holds it cherishingly. You see Johann begrudgingly fall to his knees in a genuflection and gives the sign of the hammer, the comet, while making the sign of the hammer. Says, I speak now only truth. These four are not what you think they are. Chaos sought them dead, and like true enemies of the great foe, they stood strong. We were aided by many elves at the time. One of them must have ensorcelled this one. He points to Hildebrand. For he has shown much courage in many days. And I do not believe he would seek the death of our Lord Sigma in any form. And Helmut stroking. He's got a wispy, salt, pepper beard, Pai Mei-esque almost, coming down to about middle of the chest, but nothing really to. It's kind
Get
of like
lost in.
he's drawing its smoke that extends from his chin. He says, "Well, if this is what you speak in Sigmar's name," and he puts his hand over his heart and holds his hand up to his head again in the sign of the comet. It is only the truth, as I am but a humble servant and priest within the cult of the mighty Sigma. Helmut says, I have been in need of more men of the cloth. I will accept your service in exchange for us showing leniency right now. No, says, I would only ask so much if I could not give more. Stop, up. You shall be my assistant, and you can bring your hammer bearer with you as well. He stands up, rips the hammer out of Nils' hands, and starts walking to Helmut to take up a side. Helmut turns to the three of you. He says, you shall be under arrest. You two shall take the oath of fealty to our Lord Sigma, and then you shall be given positions within the crusade. Kills the elf. And he turns and heads out, the priests following behind. The halberdiers relax. Several walk forward with manacles and start strapping Brand in. Brand resist, or they're walking towards you with them. They grab your hands, put them behind your back, take the manacles, script them in, and start dragging him away to a tent.
Are we able to see what tent it is?
It's the tent that you were given by Vanderpeer.
Oh.
Your tent.
Where are we supposed to sleep? No.
We'll get positions.
Vanderpeer steps forward. Says, well, since everything has been decided, and, well, this is my jurisdiction to make sure that all of you are taken care of, I will just keep you all in the same place. You all seem to be needing an eye on you. Looks at Lornock. Well, you're not going to need to watch you much longer, are we? So, see to them being placed in the appropriate tent. Make sure they're under guard. Welcome to the crusade. He turns and walks. The guards go to usher you towards the tent, following behind Brand, while
They don't move to take any of the weapons or anything?
Nope.
Certainly had worse receptions.
Not for Lornock, though, as he gets wailed upside the back of the head with the butt end of a halberd staff and starts getting tied up in manacles and dragged away.
Not in the same tent as us?
No.
Eltharion. Fuck!
You don't want to speak that right here.
I'm not hiding that I'm an elf, and it's a little bit
Brand
hard
is
to do.
disarmed and surreptitiously thrown into the tent, still manacled.
Mm.
By the time you arrive, should you walk with the soldiers, the dust from him being thrown in is just settling. You can see the firelight outside. The screams have died down now, and you just hear the sound of a panicked and scared group of people trying to make sense of what's going on. An anxious murmur. And you can see the shadow of... Make perception tests.
All of us?
Yep.
Four.
You know there's guards outside.
Preoccupied putting her gloves back on.
15?
17.
15?
You two count 3 separate shadows playing against the outside of the tent, bearing halberds. And you also notice there's from the opposite side of the tent, you also see somebody towards the back. He seems to be kneeling down. His shadow cast against. Not as bright, because that side of the tent doesn't have direct firelight. Seems to be a open brazier right in front of the of your tent. Semi-central to a fire pit situation. And you are left to your own devices, it seems, for the night.
I'm going to...
March straight over to him.
I'm going to jump out.
His blood is on your hands.
Actually, no, it's all healed up.
You know who I'm talking about.
Back. Oh!
I smack him.
Oh.
Do you think it was smart to scream an Eltharion? What was that going to accomplish?
I wanted to piss off the Prince Dickless. That's
Oh
all.
yeah,
person
did a
who
good
could've-
job.
Because he said, you have to kill the child. You have no choice. You have to kill the child. And I was showing him there. You happy now? You happy?
No, your memory's all wrong. Everything's so wrong. What happened?
I don't know. I think maybe this.
He's recalling things.
You were all so gung ho to end this abomination.
Laniera leans over to Carmen and asks for help with the last putting her gloves back on. Shut up! It's immersion, motherfucker! I need help with my button.
Now, if you'll just back up for a second so I can get out of this mess.
Are you okay with the fact that Lorinok's about to get killed because of you?
He's not going to get killed.
They ordered his death!
We'll get out of this.
How would you propose that we make amends with everything and everyone across? I'm all ears. I would love to know.
Yeah, what's your great plan?
It's kind of a work in progress. I'm working on it. With Renald's help, we can pull it off, as we always do.
Renald's been
So I'm going to do the typical. I'm going to do the typical pull the manacles out from under my legs so that they're out here. Dexterity, I take it.
I mean, I could do that
I'll allow
normally.
Don't even. No.
Don't even roll. Okay.
That's easy enough. You just work your way around. It's
Go
not
into
like
my
you need,
pouch.
If you were trying to do like the jump Jackie Chan maneuver, yes, that would be dexterity.
I was actually thinking of that first.
But if you sit down and work it, because you've got 3 cots in there, you know, your stuff is still in here from before, or your traveling gear, so you're able to wiggle.
And I'm just gonna watch.
So I've got my. So I've got.
helping him.
So I've got my.
He did this.
I've got my. I'll get my thieves' tools.
Make a. Now you need to make a dexterity thieves' tools check, which if you're proficient in thieves' tools, you get your bonus.
Yes. So that would be a 16.
Yeah, you see him go at his wrists a little bit, and in short order, he pops them off and puts them on the bed next to him.
I don't want to see any of you die. I'm being frank, but the situation we're in, the closest we could hope for, there's no way they'll accept him into the crusade with us, but maybe we could see you to the woods behind us, and if you were to run and disappear...
Well, if you'll give me a chance, what I was going to do is I was going to wear the cloak outside, and then I was going to put it on Lornok and let him go.
I have a feeling he's probably guarded.
I mean, I need a short rest before we try and do anything. I think I speak for us all when I say we need a minute to tend to ourselves. Gestures to Carmen covered in blood and filth and everything else.
What else is new?
Yeah, if we're going to do anything, we should do it straight-minded.
I just wish I could get you two back to your senses.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's you who needs to be put back in their senses.
I don't know what happened that you don't remember things right anymore.
You hear the camp
slowly
starting to become more normal.
You mean I'm not remembering that you wanted to kill the kid?
You guys remember wanting to do that.
No, we wanted to until we looked upon him and saw that he was the real thing.
Well, that's what my memory is, and I'm not affected by him.
I mean, I don't know what he is, but I think that we need more information, and if this kid has this certain skill set, he could be taught to do amazing things. I just think maybe we might have jumped the gun a little bit.
Suddenly you're accepting him as Sigmar, you who don't believe in the god at all?
I said I do not know what he is, but
okay,
what he's capable is undeniable.
Hold on a second. DM question.
Yeah, sure.
I thought you said that they believe now. The only thing that was different was that how they don't think of me any differently.
I never said the effect of the charm was that they instantly believe he is Sigmar. I said that they love him. and that they see what other people see in him. That is up to each individual to filter as they see fit.
Okay.
It's love. It's an instant need for him to have the best life he could ever have, and they want to dedicate themselves to making that happen.
No wonder he didn't get affected. He
But
doesn't
that-
know how to love.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see what he did?
But the effect is not, well, he's Sigmar now. No. Through the lens of a priest, possibly, who sees the mark on his chest, who hears the stories, and then sees the child and, oh, it's true! Like, that could happen easily. But each individual person sees and interprets that love in their own way, which is now dawning on you as they speak of the child in a very different light. Proceed.
Does this count as us resting,
Short
by the way?
rest.
Yeah, for now, like we'll give you a short rest for now.
Okay.
Should you
That gives me
gonna
back
read my
my
book
that gives me back
now.
my inspirations.
gives you back your inspiration, you can recover half your spell slots in mana.
So that's...
I don't get any spells back.
It's
my prayer.
I was talking to
So I
Yeah.
get... It's
I
half
get
my mana,
10 of
essentially.
you're reading your Lay on Hands book.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna eat the lembas spread because I'm at 22 HP right now. And it says I can use it during a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
So I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'll
do
do the
that.
same thing, because I'm still... I get
And-
8 mana back, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Well, for
Also-
now, unless you guys tell me you're going to try and bed down for the night, then we'll extend it to a full rest. And you won't have to worry about all this, and you can just go back to full on everything.
And then we'll level up.
That's true.
Could allow that to happen.
You said after we
I
get
said
a
I
long
could
rest.
allow that to
He
happen.
could. I don't know.
Do you want to go to bed? Are you tired?
I don't know if I can sleep
you wanna
right now.
Go to bed.
Listen.
Go to bed.
Listen. Someone's life literally hangs in the balance.
But there's XP to be had.
I can sleep.
Oh.
I have things to do after I not sleep.
His life is more important than your fucking books, okay?
You do realize those books are what allow me to do any of the things I do, and
I don't
therefore it
understand
should
why
be
you're all okay with this chain of events.
not okay.
Roll a perception test.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't roll for my bread though.
16.
10.
I was too busy arguing.
Oh yeah, I didn't do my bread yet. We're not sleeping.
Are we doing a short rest or a long rest? Because if we were doing a short rest, I was starting to whistle and do song
Yeah.
of rest.
Short rest
Well,
or long rest?
you have to make the choice if you're going to stay up for the long rest. But I want to know what your perception tests were first.
6.
A 6. Okay.
16.
You hear a commotion. Brand hears a commotion coming from the opposite side of camp. You're strained to hear, but you can hear shouts.
Other shouts at Alfarian.
No, it's shouts in common, screaming, "You tied the knot! It's your fault!" And, "What do you mean he just jumped out?
You don't have
He was staked to the ground."
you don't have to worry about your boyfriend. He escaped.
You don't know that.
Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what's
If
that's
he points it out, he will.
they're saying that he just jumped and disappeared. He apparently escaped from his bonds and ran.
The worst idea I've
Look
heard.
in that area where we saw that shadow of the person kneeling. Is that shadow no longer there?
No, he's still there. Still tying his shoe. Adjusting a boot or something like that.
All this time?
It's someone else.
Yeah, I don't think we weren't
someone
gonna get
else.
a dramatic head chop splash against their tent.
No, I
They
would have
moved him.
cried. I don't think he wants me to cry right now.
Oh, I wouldn't put that past him. Do not feel that safe.
Not right
No,
now.
no. Something is wrong with this picture here. With this person,
What person?
the shadow right there.
Now he's talking to shadows. Are you getting any of this?
10 bits from Ghoulie for Houdini Husbando Elf Prince.
Husbando.
I love him. He's husbando.
If he's as good as tying them as he is getting them out,
he
you're in for a
completes
good
her.
time.
He completes her. There is something wrong here.
Now that
You better
Hildebrand's
hope
pointed
he
the
got
shadow out,
away.
Lynira notices, it's close enough that you can kind of like inspect it, right? Like you can kind of see through, or if you're
No.
looking.
It's a heavy canvas tent. Like this is not some like.
They gave us the good shit. I'm impressed.
All right, I'm gonna just slip the hood up for a second
Okay.
and just go over to the flap and just look out to see who it is that's been kneeling outside our tent all this
Well,
time.
it's on the opposite side of the tent. It's the back of the tent, so you wouldn't really be able to open the flap and look around all the way around.
Can you
the
look
other side.
underneath?
If you want to lift up the bottom of the flap a little bit, you could try that.
Okay.
Make a stealth check.
Wow.
Natural 19, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with stealth, with the cape on,
He's
because I've got the 9 stealth to begin with.
The cape wouldn't really help in this moment. This was you trying to,
Okay,
to not be noticed lifting up the bottom of the tent.
Okay, well, it's still 28.
You you're able to peek under and see it's looks like one of Eisenbach's men possibly. And he's just adjusting the same belt strap over and over again. Switching to the other boot and like undoing the belt, redoing the belts,
I relate to this.
swapping to the other foot,
Something-
taking the boot
Oh.
off, shaking it,
Okay, something.
putting the boot back on,
All right.
stomping twice. Five bits from Barry to make her cry. Anyway.
You know what? You're gonna have to give more bits than that, okay?
My tears cost more.
Yes, they do.
So that's what you see on the other side if you wish to relay that.
Okay, there's this very strange behavior on this one guy's part. I don't know what it is, but he keeps.
Should I take this as stage whispering right now?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Okay.
All right. I didn't know what you were
Okay.
specifically.
Peace out.
I don't. Now she wants.
Did he
Now
give
he wants more
6?
tears.
He's giving more bits.
Did he give 6 bits?
Fine, 5 more bits to make her cry.
Let her cry.
Yes.
Do you think
It
he's
eases all her
he's
pain.
probably listening in?
Maybe he's discreetly guarding us.
Well, if he doesn't trust us,
It's possible. It's just weird that he keeps switching. He's doing
has
the
to
same.
look
but the
busy.
But the thing is, if we're not watching him, how would? If we can't see him through the tent, how would he? Why would he be trying to be surreptitious here?
well, it's very possible he's hiding from others in plain sight.
Well, call him over here. Ask him for something. We're not. Well, no, you took off your cuffs.
As
Okay.
we're talking, Lanier's kind of nibbling on her bread. Are you as well?
Yeah.
All right. Are we
Clearly,
doing?
we don't get to sleep now, motherfucker.
All right. So I'll start,
Okay.
and they will each get back an extra 60.
It's for the level?
They will each get. No, it's 1d6.
Oh, 1d6. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled a 6? Cool.
Oh no! Oh no! I thought they
No,
were.
when you roll to get your health back on the short rest,
Yeah, with the bread or separately?
what does the bread do?
During a short rest, you get 2d4 plus 2 healing, cures poison and disease.
Okay, so that means if you eat the bread,
Yeah.
you would get that. You would also be able to spend your hit dice
which is the 3d6.
No,
What?
more than that. You should have been writing that. You should have been increasing that. You get 1 per level.
Oh, I didn't know that. So
5.
I'm
You're
level 6. No, we're level
5.
5. Son of a whore!
You haven't slept yet.
And thereby hangs the tale.
How long have we been awake? Is really the question.
Close to
12, 13 hours.
Yeah, you're at like you're more at like 15, 16 hours.
Wait, health and
considering
memory deficient. How many hit dice do I add then?
He said one
whatever
per
level you're at.
You had that many
5.
dice.
That's
that you
how many
can
dice
roll,
you have on a
Oh.
short rest.
Oh!
that you can roll.
And if you
up
short
to.
rest again later, you can use what you have left.
Oh, okay.
Like you can, they're to be spread out.
Okay.
Well, maybe
have
I'll
my
just
bread
roll my
first.
hit die then.
Bless you.
Apologize. Whoa.
I'll eat the bread.
Oh, ghoulie.
I'm hungry.
100 bits for sweet, sweet sleep deprivation.
Then-
Okay. I got 5 plus 2.
Let me know if that's a little loud, guys. I can adjust the volume on that.
Oh well, I got all my hit points back just from the Lemba spread.
And you said we roll 1d6 for
And
your
add a
thing?
d6 to that,
Oh.
or should we? Do you want to do it with my roll versus whatever they roll?
What do you mean?
Like I roll mine, and then they decide if they want to use my roll or their roll.
No.
No. Okay.
It's either you all roll. It's supposed to be you add his Song of Rest die to
Okay.
your
Oh,
So I'm only using...
Sullen Mirror has been initiated. Thank you for the follow.
do I have-
Oh, it's
I
too
could-
bad.
I'm gonna roll
I
more
rolled a
hit
6.
die. Alright, I'm gonna
Womp
roll-
womp.
I rolled a 6 on my
Yeah, I never
tabletoploot.com
updated.
d6.
Never updated mine either.
Yeah, I think we all just forgot to be
Yeah.
updating it.
Yeah, your available hit dice is always equal to your level,
Alright, so I just have to keep track of it here.
and refreshes every long
Oh, this
rest.
says used.
Yeah, because it wants you to usually. Okay, I don't like doing that because you're just
Okay.
going to be sitting there writing, erasing,
Yeah.
writing,
I have to
erasing.
put it down because I'll forget,
Okay.
clearly.
Yeah, you just keep
Yeah.
it set to whatever your
Can I
maximum is, and then
roll-
you remember.
So does that use up the lambus bread? If you eat some of eat it? Yes?
Yes, it
Ooh,
uses
okay.
up. The bread itself gets used.
Okay. That means everyone pile your bread over there.
Your bread sheets.
Your
Unless you're saving
breadcrumbs.
it.
Sheaves.
Unless you're saving it. If you don't eat it, you don't have to. And then you roll for the bread, roll for the hit die or dice that you want to use, and then add a d6.
Yeah.
And that's how much health you get back.
This so
Yeah, I'm trying to adjust in the volume now, guys. Sorry.
Hit die. Maybe. Let's see, how much do I have left here?
Yeah, you don't get back that 8 unless she what?
Did you stack the 8 here? Or no? Did you
Um,
put the 8 here? Because if so, I need to remove some.
Oh, you weren't counting how many you were getting.
I thought you said you specifically, like, didn't put it here.
Oh, well, now I don't remember.
I'll-
We
Oh, your
already
maximum?
started.
It's fine, I'll count.
Yeah. I think I put it to the side, but I don't remember which side because we already started doing that. It overrode it. It's like a white erase board.
It's 10.
Type 1, Doug. To DM is to know patience.
20.
Sorry.
To have patience is to DM.
30.
I'm gonna kill this party.
I'm impressed we're
gonna kill
alive.
this party.
Fine.
Yeah, what was all that talk over the past weeks? The bard's gonna be the first to die.
I'm totally hot swapping my
Oh,
dice,
you're
though.
you're
This is
trying.
7.
You are trying.
swapping out my Black Borealis for some lustrous shadow because motherfucker's not treating me nicely. I don't like it already.
Okay.
40. 6. Yeah, you did account for it. Because there's 46 here and I had 54.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much did you get back from your d6?
From the D6.
I'm just curious.
6.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Where the
again,
hell did that go?
9 from my first roll.
What did you misplace?
What were you look for?
Where's
Okay, good.
Batman?
Where's
I
Batman?
used 2.
My Batman Shuriken beer opener.
Oh, I don't know.
And I also used my book from my lay on hands
There it is.
Smirt.
to get that back.
Oh, here it is over here.
Goodbye, Linda Spread. Goodbye. get by. So I'm assuming the poison and disease didn't do anything for my vampiric curse.
Not on a short rest, no. It's
Fucking
not.
slept.
It's not disease. It's not. He literally drank the health from you.
Yeah.
It's more of a. It's less of a blood and more of a life force kind of thing.
I hope that I don't have to kill him to get that back. That would be really upsetting.
That would be cool.
Always works. And it hurts your hand, so it's even more brutal like Batman.
Okay, I got all my...
Sláinte.
Yeah, I'm full health. I'm short on mana still, because you wouldn't let me sleep!
So it's been 10 minutes. It's been a hot minute. It's been an hour. The sound outside has dulled a little bit. You can hear people probably going back to sleep. You can still hear patrols walking around.
We still have Neil.
Checking, you do. That's when you hear hushed voices outside the front of the tent where the guards are.
All right, I'll flip the. By this time, I've flipped the cape back. I'm keeping the manacles handy so I can put my hands in back of me.
Okay. Can you stick your head out?
No, I don't stick my head out.
Ah, okay.
But I'm just saying, I have the. In case somebody comes in, I can just put my hands in back of me and under the manacles.
Make perception tests.
14.
8.
Everybody.
7.
Mungo, speak for yourself. We are very irresponsible here. Drinking and gaming happens all the time.
It's when everybody's doing it that
Everybody
there
who
could be a problem.
got over
It is a
10.
short rest,
Yes.
so...
What did Lanier get on that?
8.
8. Okay. So, Brand the Observant.
Even in
you're-
chains.
You hear the voice of the guard. And the other voice is that of a boy. And that's when the three of you, after it's been kind of brought to your attention, you hear, all right, go ahead. And the flap opens. And a young neophyte walks through the door.
It's Nils.
Of your the flap of your tent.
Nils?
Yeah. He looks very sad though. Looks upset.
I am so glad to see you alive.
He's carrying. It looks like he's carrying his personal effects.
He got fired.
He says.
Have you been discharged?
He looks at the three of you and says, since Father Johann is going to be working for the Lector Helmut, I have been relieved of my duties.
Why'd you get sent here of all places?
I think he came here.
There was no other room anywhere else. And since I know you already, they said I could stay with you. So, holds up his bedroll.
Well,
Can I pull up a piece of floor?
You can have his bed.
now hold on a second. How did that happen?
Are you gonna deny a child?
Well, I mean, the way he's been treating children lately.
Really?
Lad,
we have been looking for you since we came to this misbegotten camp.
Yeah. 100 bits from Ghoulie for the sick burn. By the way, we are working towards a quick intermission here. You can see we are working towards our
Next.
new giveaway bar here.
Oh my god.
News
We're not gonna be able to
We're
keep
just
up.
over 8% right now,
That's
moving
an
up.
okay problem to have.
Because you insane motherfuckers kept going after the last one, and we were at 108%
Oh,
of
yeah.
our last giveaway, so...
We still haven't come up with what we're giving away yet. So
yeah, I'm still thinking about
so
it.
So just...
Be patient. Still
Maybe
cheer,
I'll
but be
finally
patient.
paint the
We're the
thing.
giveaway's in the works. But yeah, the new one's here. So number 3 is up. So all these bits tonight, everything for the foreseeable
Goes
future
towards
goes
another
towards
giveaway.
another giveaway.
Keeping that train rolling.
And I think this bit bunch is gonna go towards possibly upgrading and getting us another camera. Much better a camera for
We'll be
streaming.
able to see all of our pores and imperfections.
Well, something that actually has focus that does not involve.
Will I be able
It's called
to hold up
center-weighted.
my
Center-weight.
drawing?
Yeah. you'll be-
Okay, and people will be able to see it.
we hope.
That's the goal.
We hope.
We have a goal.
We have goals. So we'll see where that goes. But for now, back to the game. Nils,
Lanera leans into Carmen. This is going to make getting Hildebrand out of here quite difficult. We have with the new set of eyes.
he's
on our
walks over
side.
to Hildebrand. If you want to keep the cot, you can. I'll just sleep on the floor.
No, it's okay. But we've been looking for...
Sure, thanks. He throws the stuff on the bed. Like,
I knew
jumps
I
up
liked this kid. I knew I liked
Takes
him.
after you.
It's like I sleep on the floor all the time.
Do you remember why
It's,
we were looking for him since we came to this misbegotten camp?
Do we? Because that conflicts a little.
Do you want to remember why?
We were looking for him because he seemed out of place with his compatriots, which I guess was
It was
true.
because when the last time you saw him, he looked unaffected.
Yeah.
I know, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Unaffected from the thing, and if we are remembering that he charms people, does that not conflict?
They don't remember that he charms people?
No, I didn't say you don't
Okay.
remember that he charms people. You know that was the accusation levied against him.
Okay, thank you.
So you remember why you were looking for him. You remember all of those things. It's just now you're thinking, well, maybe he's just not on board and he hasn't seen it yet. Would probably be the way you interpret it. You know a completely different... You've interpreted it a completely different way.
Oh, yeah.
Your uncharmed mind interprets that very differently.
Yes.
He says, well, it's... I'm sorry, Hildebrand. My Johann never let me sleep, in a cot. I have already slept at the foot of his bed.
We're gonna treat you better than him.
Are we adopting?
You know all those stories I
What are
told
the
you?
signatures on the paperwork? I just would like to know.
You wanna be the mother or the father?
I don't wish that on anyone.
My two moms.
You'll have to beat him, and that's gonna come from your paycheck.
I have money, please.
That's fair. I just wanted to
Nils,
understand
You
the
know he's right
parameters.
there in front of you.
Just
as
like
you're
looking
saying
at him,
this.
just like I'd like to know the parameters if we're going to be keeping a
he's
child.
too busy and excited. He just assumes you're talking about whatever. Maybe it's a little indicative of how he was treated before.
I'm gonna sit on the end of his bed and look at him and be like, you know those stories I told you back at the Reaper's Bounty? Seems so long ago, right?
Yes, it was a bit ago.
Well, I'm sorry about what happened with you and Johann, but the world is your oyster now. You can choose to be whatever you want to be.
What a strange reply saying.
Well, but I have given my life to Sigmar, so I wish to still do that.
Of course! Me too!
I was going to probably go back to the temple and see if once we reached Altdorf they had space for a neophyte who's taken some of the tests and catechism.
We could probably help him there. It's not too far from...
You would help me study?
No, we could help you get to where you want to be. I want you to be safe.
Well, if the kid's taken something, he should study. If this is what he chooses to do, you don't want him to look like an idiot.
No!
That's fine. You just want him to go.
Do you want him to go to college or what?
You just want him to get shit fucking grades.
We'll
go on a
plan.
sports scholarship. I don't know. Look at him. He's not gonna play gym.
We're so close to Altor. We could take him there.
Whoa.
Escort him. That is our duty.
So we're taking care of 2 children now. That's fine.
This is gold.
At
Oh,
least
I'm
this
happy
one
here.
appreciates us.
Oh, damn, I don't have my pen and paper.
Oh, wow.
You didn't get scrap paper for yourself. You were an unprepared player.
Like a child.
Sorry.
100 bits from Ghoulie because Lanira wants to help now that studying is involved.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Priorities.
Nils does look very tired though. Like he's physically exhausted, and every time you kind of you're speaking to him, his spirit's there, but he's just knackered.
Okay. Leave him alone then.
It's a little bit better. We're gonna try and get Hildebrand out of here. Let him sleep. You. Point to Hildebrand. What are we gonna do about you?
Well, the truth of the matter is, I think I'm better off in here right now.
We see how they treat people that are arrested. This isn't exactly a safe place for you.
Yeah, but now that I'm looking back at everything from not being in the heat of the moment and in a blind panic, that and the fact that Lochnar called me a dead man after I cacked that first zombie.
His name is Loranok.
Potato. Anyway,
what else?
after I killed the zombie that or
He's the
unkilled
opposite of a potato.
or unkilled the zombie that
He's
was
a sexy French fry.
had fallen on you.
Twisty.
curly fry.
Pay attention.
He from the shot, he looked at me and said, "You are a dead man."
Yeah, he was upset because you did a stupid thing.
Well,
Are you trying
and
to
I was
justify?
I was upset about everything. I was not trying to incriminate him. I don't know why.
Well, then why are you implying that now?
I'm implying that now because
You're
if I set
implying
foot
he
out of the
deserved
camp,
it.
no, I
Quiet
never said
voices.
such a thing. I never said such a thing. I said that if I'm going to set foot out of this camp, I'm going to probably get a back full of arrows.
Well, we do want to try and keep some positive friendship between the Asri,
Azrai.
You do not want to make an enemy of them. You just never want to walk into a forest ever again. Then you need to work this out. They are friends of your species. They have kept chaos at bay for a very long time because they are powerful. So, maybe we could think a little more long-term with fixing that among the cornucopia of people we have pissed off within the last 24 hours. We may want to consider more charismatic responses to the people you may look at in a negative way.
It's quite the face.
Kermit-esque. She really likes frogs, so that's where she gets her
there you
facial
go.
expressions from.
Gotcha.
Spends a lot of time with them.
Good to know.
That's... Nailed it.
Well, all right, so I guess I'll go and take my chances in the forest then. Are you going to come with me? Or are you going to stay here and be welcomed?
I mean,
I don't like ritual.
Do they like the ritual?
You
We
were
like him.
You were invited by Carl for it,
we
though.
were invited, but to be fair, there were things coming out of that woods. If no one seems to be too concerned with patrolling them, it might be worth at least looking around to make sure there's nothing else coming. If this
Yeah.
place was taken by surprise so
We
easily.
could just send another wave in the middle of the night. And then what?
Like, they have their hands full. They can't seem to manage basic life operations at this moment. It would be a perfect time for something else to surprise us. So, if we at least do it in a scouting capacity, we're not under arrest.
No.
Though, under guard, I don't necessarily know where that line seems to be.
We could perhaps express our concerns to the guards about what might be out in the woods, what we saw coming, and what we think might also be coming. I mean, it is true. We don't want another wave of that.
Is that acceptable? It's really weird working with the charm.
I can't. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
Okay.
fine. You're not screwing anything up too much.
The way I'm justifying it is because if my desire is to protect Carl and myself as a woodswoman, I know that things
That's
being
perfectly
out in
fine.
nature is dangerous.
So we could see our friend.
I
to the
think
wood.
I'm better suited to protect him than go for a stupid welcoming ceremony. Like, that's my opinion.
We could see our friend to safety and then make sure our new friends are also safe in the process.
Okay.
So what?
So you're gonna try and sneak out. Okay.
Are there halberdiers at the
How you
gate-
doing
at the,
this?
at the door?
Because you
There's
wouldn't let me sleep.
There's three halberdiers at the front of the tent at least, and if you take time to investigate, the shoe man is still there too.
Shoe man is still there.
An hour and a half later,
Still buckling
Shoes are
his belt.
confusing. Get him
still
Velcro.
buckling and adjusting his boot.
Does he need help? I kind of want to help him.
He need help. I highly doubt he needs help tying his shoes.
I don't know, he might.
Well, we're not
He's
under...
been mentally blasted to be stuck in a time loop.
Hildebrand, maybe sneak out to the... When we had the map, where's the map? You have it in your cards. Bust that shit out, cartographer.
Okay. Yeah, right there we go.
So if you can get to at least here, we can try and follow up behind, but we're not under...
Stream cat.
No, we would have to leave first, because if they look in to make sure that he's still in his...
You have a new DM.
Oh, we're screwed. She'll kill us.
Yeah.
She'll be like, and then...
I'm gonna sit on you.
Thinking about it.
Now I'm gonna claw your shoulder. Your bare shoulder.
Yeah, I'm a bare arm now.
Yep.
You brought that on yourself.
That's what I paid for it. I wonder what the over-under is on how long it takes them to level up, guys. Take it in chat.
They would just let me sleep.
You don't sleep!
Okay.
Wow, Noodle's really beautiful right now. I don't know what she's looking at, but...
She sounds great, too.
Well, we're not in a huge rush.
Great. Holding a purring cat counts as a short rest, so the DM is refreshed. We're screwed.
Best Kate. Desire to TPK going down.
Good girl. All right, so
What would
okay.
be,
What are we doing now?
what would be a good reason for us to be able to leave the tent? If the guards ask where we're going. She's like, leaving again.
Tell them.
All of us.
tell them you have to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's what the pot's for, darling.
You guys do have
Pots.
piss pots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you never... Where have you been peeing this entire time? I'm not...
Yes.
No, you know what? I
Not in a beaker.
It explains the scent. That's fine.
Oh. Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Question.
Anyway, all right, so
At this point, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, they said he's a prisoner, but he's not on the chopping block, and since we think Lorinok got away, maybe we could afford to wait until morning. But I don't know what's out there.
I'm gonna put the, I'm gonna put the blanket over Nils.
Make an intelligence check.
Don't smother him.
No, I'm gonna just put it over him so that he's out of sight of like that it's him.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're doing.
I've had people do that to me, and I've woken up thinking I'm like strangling, being strangled.
I'm sorry. It's hard to sleep.
So you're trying to scooch away, or okay, make this is not with advantage.
Going through the door while they're talking to the guard?
Well, no. They're not talking to the guard. They're talking amongst themselves.
Oh, I thought they were talking to the guards.
No, they're taking a while.
Let's.
They're still discussing options right now. Whether what you guys do or yes or no is, I'd be saying.
We can go to the guards and say that you needed to pick up some of the weapons you dropped during the battle. Okay. They don't know what you carry because if it's not on your person, they can't double check. So.
And just hold it flap open while you're talking to them.
Think you can get by?
Elven cloak? No. Cloak of Elvenkind doesn't make you invisible.
Okay.
It just gives you some appropriately to your environment camouflage, not optic camouflage, but like it'll look bush-esque if you're standing in bushes. It'll look like a rock if you're standing near rocks, but
right now it'll look like a green and slightly less green tent with toggles.
Yes, but the problem being is that it's not exactly a.
Yeah, you're not stealthing through
You're not.
the
Yeah,
opening.
you're not just like invisibly going whoosh.
Okay.
You
Alright,
would
fair
be
enough.
a moving blob of that color.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know how we could get them all away. I mean,
Well, if
maybe
you're
we
talking
could,
to them.
maybe we could ask
Don't
someone.
roll it until they do something. Unless you guys decide that you don't want to do the guard talk and you just want to stay in for the night and see what happens in the morning.
Yeah, might be
I
the
don't
best
know.
choice.
It's very possible we just need rest. I can't think at all.
Yeah.
And Lorenokstein, so it's just one less thing we need to worry about.
Hopefully, but there's nothing I could do either way. All right. Do you want to unsmother Nils now?
No, you just don't get a blanket now.
Oh,
You
he
gave
was
it to
just.
him.
Yo, he was nice and he was out. Just
Okay.
fucking out.
Bug in a rug.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll.
That light childlike snores.
Aww. Aww.
You know, like the cats make. All right, so I guess we'll all take a long rest then.
Okay.
I'll put the manacles loosely back on.
Oh shit, we're leveling up now.
And lean against the cot and sleep.
You may now
Level up.
level up.
We need a sound effect for that. Where's my phone? Da 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 da.
Oh fuck, where do I swap out?
I don't think I get any more mana.
Level 6.
There you go. You have your level up music.
Wait, does that mean my prepared spells for the day goes up?
Yes.
To how many?
I believe yours was your level
you like
plus
the
your intelligence modifier.
Oops.
Also, you may roll for health points now. Yes, for wizards, it's your level plus number of your intelligence modifier.
Oh, we're lost.
All right, so then
We're
it's,
almost there. Almost there.
Because I'm
Please
looking
note.
Oh god, there's so many. Did I
All right, so it's
skip?
but we have
I
the answer.
skipped. Okay.
So it's 6 plus my intelligence.
Yeah.
Please note.
Very nice.
I get a total of 10.
You rolled an 8 plus 2.
So now.
So now I really need more chips.
Yeah. Intelligence modifier plus your wizard level. I was wrong. It was the other way around. As in, it
And
was
I-
just written
Yeah.
one way or the other.
And I do get.
Pariah with 300 bits.
Ooh.
It's for the leveling up.
It's for the yes. You're giving them medal for their level ups.
Woo! Oh god, what the swap out?
And I gained an
my
additional
hit dice.
spell, an additional 3rd level slot.
Yes.
Oh, I got a 5. Meh.
You get three mana, I believe.
Yes.
For the 2 of you, you 2 get 3 mana. Yeah. The paladin gets no extra mana.
All right.
No.
I will allow you to roll for my health. I'm going to get mana.
You want me to roll your health?
Listen, I roll like shit. You would
I don't
be doing
want to
me
be responsible for this, but okay, here you go. D6. You got a 3. And I got a 5 on my D10. I'm rolling middle of the road. You got a 3. So.
I would say go with the.
I'm just gonna grab some of these.
Innocent gun barrel aged blood red sky. Sounds fun. A rum barrel red beer sounds like a fun one.
What's that?
I just got a beer list from Kilt of what he didn't know what to drink next, so I helped him decide.
Okay.
Although the sour ale also no, the extra stout's always a good choice if you're not feeling that one.
Okay, so when I sleep, I rolled my hit die, so for my level up.
I am having a white ale with spices.
Does anything happen with it? 8 HP? Am I still...
Now that you've had a full rest,
I get it back?
I do believe so. Okay. Let me double check the profile though.
Okay. I will definitely need more chips then.
Let's see, Vampire.
I feel so weak.
I now have 44 hit points.
My total's 59.
I'm loading up my ring, by the way.
The reduction lasts until the target finishes a long rest.
Okay. I'm gonna need more chips.
That's for each bite.
Okay, I'll get that for you in a second.
Okay, I need...
Hold on.
13.
I don't care what it is.
13.
Okay.
I rolled
Didn't put it in my
you.
brain yet. Did you write it down for me?
Oh my god.
I'm getting you.
So needy.
Yep. I'm getting your chips, so suck a dick.
Right. I don't want to suck a dick.
Yes,
right
it's
now.
Warnock isn't here.
Oh, triggered.
It's on air leveling up.
His is the only dick for me, right?
Hello.
She wants that wood.
Oh.
Morning, Wood.
Here's your
Elves.
13 health, is it?
Thank you. Yes.
What the fuck am I pulling for me?
3.
Oh yeah, that wizard life.
And
So
I
level-
need 10, please.
So at level 6, Brand finally gets his second attack.
Yes. And
What does...
more importantly,
What?
and hopefully,
Oh, you get that other spell.
I get the other spell, but I also get the ability to counter charm.
Do your lay on hands,
Yes, it goes up by 5.
do you need to increase for lay on
I
hands?
need 5 more.
Okay.
Yeah, and I gain all of them back, so I have all of them.
So I now have I'm 44 health points now.
At 6th level, the paladin gets Aura of Protection.
Yes,
so
Aura of
people,
Protection.
people within range with 10 feet of the paladin get increased ability saves. You get advantage.
Oh, all the time?
No, it's
So long
not
as you're within range
it's
of
not
the...
advantage. They add a bonus to the saving throws equal to my charisma modifier, which
Which is a +2.
Yep, +2. So you always get to add +2 when you're near me. My aura of protection.
Yup.
Okay, I have more.
And the wizard just gets more... Oh, you get your Arcane Tradition feature.
Oh, what is that?
You get your next Evocation Tradition.
That's definitely not
Tradition.
Potent Cantrip. When a creature succeeds on a saving throw against your cantrips, they take half damage now instead of no damage.
Okay.
So it's no longer all of your ability save cantrips. They, instead of it being like a hit or miss, it's actually now a
Okay.
like an AoE.
Like Melfs, when it misses, they take. Okay.
So that'll
Use
still
one more
come.
moment.
I'm really
That'll still come in
concerned
handy
about your
then.
pile of health right there.
Because it's so tiny?
I'm feeling like cat vibes, like I just want to knock it over.
Oh my god, I thought you were a bird person. Now I'm
I
confused.
am, but I have to.
No, don't touch it! Why would you do this? I hate you.
No, you don't.
Oh, she spilled dice too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, look out.
You take that. That's fine. And I hope when you tell on me,
You're
you
just
tell.
jealous that I'm gonna take picture on my HP.
Fine. You're really nasty when you don't get fucked, alright? I'm gonna carve you something
Frustration.
special for these long trips of ours.
Paladins get so frustrated.
Criminy.
I have all this righteous calm
Abundance.
to
All this
give it to.
righteous calm? No, I think
No, I
this
think
is
you could
righteous
use
lust.
Yeah.
This is righteous lust that
No,
she
I'm
feeling.
gonna post it as you spilled my HP dice because you're jealous.
Listen, just because you want wood, don't take it out on
Elf.
everyone else. Knocking over my chips.
When she just wants to get knocked.
Telling you, I'm gonna take a whittling just for you. Have you seen old dildos?
Oh god, I haven't even drunk it. I'm already choking on that one. Wow. Ooh, and I'm sorry I'm hitting the mic. Sorry about that. Oh my god, that hurt.
She
Ow.
knocked over my chips.
And then
knocked
she
over hers.
and then she knocked over her chips
Look at the
and
damage I
spilled her
brought
dice.
forth. Oh, I heard that. That was adorable.
Like I said.
Oh, here she is.
And there goes the arms again.
Okay.
Styptic pen.
She wants love. Oh yeah.
Love me, I am Kit.
So as you guys are kind of getting up, Lanier's been awake, but she's like she has like some of her components on the floor. She made a mess out of her small little corner that she's somehow claimed. Blankets are kind of like tucked under her butt. You know, it's just a mess.
She's only on half the bed.
Yeah,
The
but
rest is books and blankets.
the second Ildebrand like, Brandy,
Mm.
come here.
Yes.
I think I have a solution. That cloak, it gave me an idea.
I know what you're about to do.
Yes,
I'm not gonna metagame though.
Don't.
Nope.
you little pigeon.
I won't.
Filthy bird creature.
Meta.
Yeah.
I'm being good. I'm just cleaning up the chips that you spilled.
Are
It's
we
fine.
we're shamefully ripping off?
I never
It's a community.
seen it.
Okay.
So. I mean, I
sad.
like pigeons though.
We need to
so.
convert you.
Could
Yep.
be worse. Could be a goose.
You're gonna have to kidnap me.
Could
and
be a
force me to
metagaming
watch.
goose.
Or we could be getting back to the game.
Yeah.
No, not the goose.
She kind of shimmies, like goes to get up, detangles her leg from blanket, kind of puts her stuff together. Carmen, are you up yet? No, Carmen. Good morning.
You can't just wake me up every morning by hitting me.
Where? Look how awake you are.
I haven't eaten yet. Next time you wake me up, bring
I'm not saying a word.
Breakfast and then second breakfast. I think I might have an idea on how we can get our friend out of here. Do you have gather your things, all of it. We'll need an excuse if they find him gone. But we just need to talk to
Well-
guards, hold the curtain open. As we're talking, you will just walk out. We'll just leave.
And
Are you okay?
I was thinking. I came up with
Oh my
something.
god, everyone's going crazy. You did sleep, right? Oh, you don't sleep. You rested.
Yeah, but that's why I had an
What do you
idea.
mean he's just gonna walk out of the tent?
Inside, boys, darling. Inside. She looks around to see if that familiar shadow has still somehow not tied his shoe.
He's not there right now.
Okay. Is Nils
Nils is still out.
good?
He's actually kind of sprawled out all over the place.
Oh,
No, little cat snore.
little cute chats.
ye
He's-
god woman.
Beautifully resting. Cherubic child.
Have you reached that point in your life cycle where you're
She wants to
needing-
make babies and
Yeah.
she wants to take care of babies.
Yeah.
So
Just,
This is my first time witnessing this.
I
and
see a young child in need,
must be a very specific human trait.
Oh yes, I know. You're not nurturing at all.
Shortly after you two have woken up, Hildebrand is Hildebrand gotten up at this point?
Oh yeah.
Because a guard's head pokes in through the flap. Just prepare yourselves. The audience and before the child is going to be in the next hour.
Thank you. Just need a little time to get ready.
They have to chastise me again.
Okay. Pulls his head back through the tent.
That was a beautiful.
Figured it's what they wanted to hear.
We'll all go. Give me a minute. We're going.
Oh. Okay.
I just want to use my new child.
Her children are her spells.
Yeah, she doesn't have time for real children.
Wow.
She has.
They are a drain on everything you put forward.
Well, we could tell that from Granny's
What
kids.
is Linear doing?
Please
Please inform me of any devious plots that you are
No, it's
performing
not-
so I can appropriately...
Why do
It's not, I was just reading to see.
So he can appropriately
cast
squash them.
Yes. He needs to prepare.
Okay. I can only cast up to 3rd level. Correct.
Yeah, if that's the highest spell level you have.
It was
that's-
just because we leveled and I forgot.
Well, the highest level spell you have is 3rd level, meaning that means you can go
Okay.
up to 3rd level with any spell.
Okay.
That's always your maximum.
Okay. That means only 2 of us can go.
What are you talking about?
So I was thinking that when we go to the ceremony, which one of us is easiest to kind of go ferret off away? We wanted to go to the woods, yes? To make sure everything was safe, but to do that without being noticed would be difficult unless you couldn't see us at all. But I don't think
It is morning now, by the way.
I don't think I can. I haven't figured out how to do an entire area, but I think I could manage 2 of us.
Manage 2 of you, what, to make you unseen?
Yeah. That cloak will be nothing compared to what I can do.
Well,
Guard's head pokes back in. Just to let you know, you should try to look your best. He likes when people dress fancy.
Could you get us a bucket of water? We still have, like,
I am
bloodied
from the battle.
Yeah, she's got crusting.
Oh, right.
Thank you. We don't want to be embarrassed to.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
No.
I believe that's an ear stuck on your shoulder.
Jeffrey, bucket of water. Right, yeah. His head comes back in. Yep, getting a bucket of water for you.
You going to watch us bathe?
I can?
No.
Oh. All right. Right outside. Need anything?
Thank you.
Watching you. So it goes out.
Well, at least Nils isn't awake because you know he'd want to show.
Well, only of her legs.
Long elven legs.
Did you not hear anything I just said? If we want to go,
We have to go now.
yes.
Well, I would say that the cloak gives me a definite advantage for not being seen, but then I would say cast your spell upon the 2 of you.
So when we're walking, maybe, or now.
Of course, that means we're leaving Nils behind.
He has a life plan.
You hear a ruffle of the tent door, or the tent flap. Just getting breakfast for you as well. Hope you like cheeses and breads.
I love cheeses and breads.
You do?
Yeah.
How
I'm
much?
so hungry.
All right.
Roll seduction.
Extra cheese and bread.
Extra cheese and bread. He thinks he's gonna get some extra cheese.
Oh, why is it cheese? You need that bucket of water.
Oh.
Brian is clean down there.
It's just everywhere else.
No, to splash on you to calm you down. Instead of, because remember, they don't have hoses back then, so instead of hose you down, it's bucket you down.
Speaking of buckets of water. Oh, thanks. Takes like a step, half a step in. Puts the bucket of water down. In the middle of it.
He wants it.
Yes, you, I think.
Julie gave 100 bits for relatable. I love cheeses and bread.
It's true. I think that's all I eat, actually.
He puts the bucket of water down. Legs go out, head still inside.
Thank you.
Here, I'll help you with your armor. She like waves him away, like offer.
Kind of open still, his eye just.
Have you heard of mystery?
Ah, shit. Closes it.
Do you think if I just flash him once, he'll go away?
No.
I think he'll want to come in, darling.
That might be a good thing.
Whoa.
I know Lornock was
No,
gone, and I know that you had your heart set.
Not
Maybe
that.
not the I told you I will learn to whittle.
It seems he's the only one. Never mind. I dip a cloth in the bucket of water and I start washing off all the blood splatter on my leather and armor.
Here outside. Before he opens up the flap again. I've brought the bread and cheeses.
I'll bet.
Where are they?
It's a basket. Like a fucking market basket.
I take it from him, and then I sit down on
your
the floor,
wet hands.
cross-legged, with the bucket in my lap, start eating.
Are you naked with a basket?
No,
of
I'm not
cheese in
naked.
your lap?
I was just washing my armor, but I have abandoned the washing process for the food. Priorities.
It's
You want
so
some?
yeah, sure. No, I can't.
Well, now it's rude. She just offered
I'm gonna
you
go
some cheese.
check and see if
You
they need you.
sure?
Yet, I'll be right back.
Okay, he's gone, and apparently he's left.
He's thinking about you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
what you
hope
did.
not. I look disgusting right now.
Very small puddle he's working with.
Oh my god.
Let's take this opportunity. Let's go.
Okay.
We're going.
All right, I get my pack.
I put the basket of breads and cheeses down next to
You could bring it. Oh,
He'll
okay.
skate up.
Son of a bitch!
I got you breakfast.
I'm so confused.
Are you hungry?
They didn't have my favorite
Yes,
bread.
I would be very hungry.
Do you like bread and cheese?
I love bread and cheese.
I love that. Here, look. Here, hold
Born
it
of
up.
the same mother?
Okay,
Starts grabbing, like, just not even like going for the knife.
flash
He's
him
just
your
grabbing
leg,
a
he'll be
chunk.
stunned, and we can get out.
Just grabs a fistful of the bread off the top of one of the round loaves. He grabs like just a wedge and just starts eating them like
so
apples.
proud.
You know,
You gotta
we need
eat
to
a
give
lot.
him-
You're a growing boy.
We need to give him plausible deniability.
Well, I mean, he can go to the welcoming ceremony.
Yes, but then why is he going and then we're not?
Well, we could send him ahead to...
All right, well, we need to get going now if you want this plan to work. Because otherwise, I think you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, I know I told you to be very careful about the magic you use. maybe sing him a song. Maybe he didn't get as much sleep as he needs.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
A non-violent solution will make you feel a little bit better about it.
I would like to come back for him.
Well, we are coming back. We just need to check the woods first, and you know how they look at us right now. And we need to make sure he at least gets to somewhere safe.
All right.
That's when you hear...
You were taking too long with the damn bread and cheeses, woman.
the sound of bells.
Bells.
Church bells?
Do it now.
Like, not full gonging church
Okay.
bells, but a call to prayer sounding bells.
Okay, I am spending a penny.
Hmm?
Wow, that really echoed a lot.
Wow, penny!
Those bells. Dan.
Nils, my boy, I don't think you got enough rest last night.
What's the save on it?
You didn't want to brain the child, okay?
I love him. This is the hardest thing.
Oh, I have to. Basically,
Leaving
I roll
child
5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
What was the save? What's your
That's what
spell
I'm looking
save
for.
DC? Your spell save DC.
It's on your character sheet.
on your character sheet.
14.
Oh, 14. Sorry.
No, you passed.
Oh, man.
Looks you dead in the eyes. He's just like, pretty weird. Shoving more in his face.
Food coma.
Out of curiosity, do I hear any thuds from outside around the tent?
It's wait, is it an AoE effect or is
It's
it?
20 feet away from where I do it.
Did you just put us to sleep?
No, not no.
No, he could shoot.
Okay.
That's interesting.
You have no choice over targets, or
I have to roll. Okay, I have to roll. The spell sends creatures. It doesn't say line of sight. The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
okay.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range
So roll the 5d8.
are affected.
It's not no save
Yeah.
DC. Wow, it has no save on it.
No.
That's pretty awesome.
Each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points.
Okay.
And at higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of
You
second
get
level,
more d8s.
you
to
get
add to-
2 more
yes.
d8s.
Yeah. But wow, it doesn't give you a save. Damn. All right.
That's more powerful than I thought it was.
Yeah. So
And
you have
that's a
to roll-
first. And that's a first level.
You have to roll 5d8.
Yep.
When you cast it at like higher levels, does it just expand the area?
No, it increases the amount of hit points he gets to roll
Oh god.
Yes, I'm going into my
by
dice
2d8
box.
per
Mental
level.
note for Sidra. That's what that shit's called.
Can she take sleep? Warlocks
Okay.
can
No,
take
I don't
sleep?
know if she can, actually.
You'll have to check the spell list, see if she can take it.
Yeah.
Okay. 12, 15, 17, 18 hit dice worth of creatures.
18 hit points. Not hit dice, hit points. Hit dice ain't a thing no more.
Oh, how many hit points of creatures?
Mm-hmm. So 18 hit points worth of creatures.
Yeah.
Does it say you have to? Hold on, let me double check. I want to see if if you're just able to get hit points out on a single
It's
guy.
page 276.
That is very helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's on the card.
I love these cards.
I really am happy that we found them at Grimm's.
Yeah, I didn't even know they existed until you busted them out. I was like, shit, I need to have these for all the games.
They came out with them for second edition eons ago.
Honestly,
Unfortunately, I lost most of mine in the unpacking and everything. And then finally I had only maybe 10 or 11 left. I just,
Oh, at that point,
I
yeah.
just threw them away.
Okay. A creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for that creature to be affected. So you have 18 health points worth to do it. He is actually... I have...
Okay, I have always misunderstood that then. Okay. It's so different now than the way it was. That's all I can blame it on.
There's a monster manual.
So does Nils have 18 or less HP?
I'm going to use a quick guy from the back here.
Did you see my tweet?
Now you know why it's so high, because it's hit points, not hit dice worth.
Yeah, he's got more than 18. Yeah, because he's not... He has his own class and level. Like, I mean, should he stick around any longer, I will actually give you guys a character sheet with his shit on it. Should he stick around?
What's his class?
He's a cleric at this point. He would be a cleric of Sigmar.
So, out of curiosity, all right, so my other question still stands then.
Sequest.
Do I hear any, like, thump, 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 thump from around the tent?
You hear one guard get really sleepy. Let out a big yawn.
Would it happen to be...
It's not that he slumps and falls. It's that, he sits down.
Would it be our friend with the cheese and bread?
You're not sure.
I mean,
You do
from the
hear a
sense,
very
okay.
big yawn, though.
But Nils is still awake.
Oh yeah, no, he's looking at you like
Blast.
still chowing down too. He's excited by this cheese and bread, as anyone should be. Cheese and bread, motherfuckers.
So Nils, have you been to one of these welcoming ceremonies before?
He swallows him. Yeah. They have one every morning. It's very nice. Goes back.
How do we
Reading
get
more.
rid of him?
Are you gonna go this morning?
Okay. I guess.
Well then, they're going to be included in the ceremony. Do them a favor, because I believe the Lady Carmen wishes to take you on as her squire. A squire in the service of a paladin of Sigmar.
Ah, shit, she's never gonna leave now.
You would?
Yeah.
How well do you keep the secret? She leans over. This is what we're doing now.
We're already corrupting the child.
I don't understand.
She wants your service.
Yes, I understood that part, but why?
Why don't you go and prepare a nice sitting area for their ladyships? Flash him your leg.
My leg's always out. Have you seen this thing? She's like, kadoosh, kadoosh. Like she's got more body.
It's a lie. She's wearing pants right now underneath her outfit.
Well, because I don't want to get us banned.
But here's the thing: he's been blinded by Sigmar now. He's. You would have me as a second?
Of course.
Of course.
I didn't want to take you from your charge before, but now you're a free agent, as it were. I would love to take you
Picked
on.
him up in the off season.
What?
He picked him up in the off season.
Carmen chooses as her first round draft pick.
It's because our team is
We give
From
getting the
Bettenheim
first round draft because
University.
our team is shit.
we give him the hat and the jersey.
He's holding up the jersey.
Oh my god. Oh god.
I've always wanted to be a Reichland Raider.
Oh, Raiders. Oh,
Usually up for first round draft pick. Okay.
them and the Browns. But anyway, so yes. So why don't you go and find a nice seating area and make it presentable for them. Kalharm.
But sir, Matt, what? I don't know what's the appropriate title is. I have known many who go by either.
You can call me sir.
Sir,
Mein mommy.
Ooh, Ghoulies protective. Don't you dare break this boy's heart.
I know, I'm so good. I'm mad at you out of character. I'm so mad at you out of character.
Sir, I wish to help. You're very dirty right now. Would you like me to clean?
Did Johan used to have you clean him?
His clothing. Oh. I'm a servant, not a...
Good.
He could clean himself.
Good. Very good. I'm glad to hear that, lad.
I'm glad that this isn't darker than...
He's like grabbing a... He's like getting the rag out to go like scrub your armor.
We could have him.
Well, the bells are ringing.
I know that we really need to go.
You hear footsteps outside, and there's a thud. Get up!
It was the guy with the bread and the cheeses that fell asleep. Damn it!
Could have checked.
No, that was the guy that said, "Get
Oh.
up." He went to go check. There was 3 guards
scary.
guarding your tent. One went to get bread and cheeses. The other, you put asleep. The other was going to check up on stuff.
Okay. I appreciate it, but we do need to go. The bell's ringing.
He sticks his head. The guard sticks his head in and says, Well, Carl's easy to please. Let's go. Come on. All 4 of you.
I'm under arrest.
And you're coming along.
Bread and cheeses.
He opens up the tent flap for you to exit out. Nils walks over, picks up your shield and axe, and holds them at attention and follows behind you.
Oh my god. I don't know what this feels like.
Just what she wanted for Christmas.
I know. Well, no, I need Lornak naked with a bow.
Holding like a family
Holding his
locket
bow.
with Nils photoshopped in with you, like.
Naked with a bow.
Because we can't breed because we're different races. It's fine.
I don't want to know about the arrow.
Okay.
You're escorted through the camp. Brand being the source of several derisive comments.
Thank
and
you, thank
hastily
you.
thrown vegetables.
Thank you. I didn't have my breakfast. Thank you.
And he takes
Oh my god, he's taking damage.
1 hit point worth of potato as it ricochets off your head. It was an unripened one. Just take 1
It was
hit
a
point.
drive-by fruiting.
Take
I didn't
one-
tip the staff.
1 hit point, please.
Potatoes are not fruits.
We'll
It
do
depends
colors
on
next
it
week.
depends on who throws it.
Let's have a lesson.
It depends on who throws it.
Most of them are trying not to hit you guys, especially somebody who seems to be a fully knighted
I'm gonna make
Paladin of
sure to
Sigmar.
cover Nils. Make sure he doesn't get hit by any
Well, he's walking in
ricochets.
front of you.
I'm gonna stand between him and wherever he is, just to.
Yeah, he stepped in front of you. He's kind
I
of he's
just wanna
technically
make sure he
heralding your
doesn't
arrival
get
wherever
hit
you
by
go
any
now.
stray potatoes.
You have a front man now as well.
Yes.
He's a good boy, damn it. Says
He's
Wooly.
a good boy. He's been so abused. I'm gonna treat him right.
This one's mine.
I love
I like
him.
this
I
one.
love him.
My mommy.
Choose this life.
My mommy.
I left a life to join this life. This is my life now.
Yep, you did.
This is the life you chose.
You're escorted to the central compound to the main tent where they seem to have. It's been
Repaired.
It's been repaired and erected once more. The large opening entrance flaps have been pulled back with cord, so you can see into the larger big top tent. Within is a palanquin-esque throne with, you can see shades are rolled up on the 4 posts along the large, with a roof over a gilded throne. You're fairly sure a lector or arch-lector might have been carried upon this at one point in time.
Not Johann.
Sitting on that throne is Carl. He looks resplendent in his state. Even wounded, you can't help but admire how well he holds himself. You see a terrified child. He's barely holding it together, but he does it with a little bit of grace. Kind of understand the situation that he's in, being able to handle all of this going on around him.
I'm looking over.
Has to be a lot.
I'm looking at them too. What kind of expressions do they have?
Let him know.
It's like gazing, admiring, a little bit like lost in thought, you know, and someone just like.
Does Nils have that same look on his face?
He looks a little confused.
Unlike Carmen's softness, Laniera looks in something that's a bit harder, but with pride. The way that she may have looked at Carmen after their fight in the sewers, or those rare moments you've seen that spark of, you did good.
Righteous calm.
Dude can lay off on the bells now.
Yeah.
I have one job, please don't fire me!
Okay.
It's like Mr. Ohm. Bang. He's celebrating a lot, isn't he?
I fixed Noodle's situation.
She needed her seat. You didn't prep her. Everyone else got seats.
I gave her seat. She sat down now. She's relaxed and hanging out with me. The one in chains is dragged off to one side. Sat down in the dirt. Off the resplendent carpet that Laniera, Carmen, and Nils are escorted down.
So are you actually like pretending to be in those cups?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they're still on you, they're just not locked.
Make
okay.
a deception check, please. I'll give you advantage on this one.
You totally pointed it out to the DM. If
I
he
know,
fails,
I'm
it's
No, I
on
was.
you.
Now that he's being roughed up,
Yeah.
Okay, with advantage, add my dex modifier to that.
Did he say
yeah, I'll give you
deception?
dexterity.
Okay, so
modifier.
then an unnatural 20.
Okay. You're able to hold the clasps shut around your wrists. The guards proceed to walk you forward about halfway down the carpet, and that's when Helmut's hammer bearers step forward in a line in front of you to halt you. Guards with the halberds coach them in their left hands, give a Roman salute, the sign of the comet, turn, and walk back. The hammer bearers split, creating a tight corridor for you to walk down before you get to Carl.
Do I have
Walking-
any guards on my sides?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You weren't just tossed surreptitiously to the side. There are guards. You're fairly sure half the armed retinue
Is for me.
is here,
It's flattering.
period.
Ah. All this for little old me? You shouldn't have.
There would have been somebody else. At Carl's feet, just on the lower part of the dais, stands Helmut. Johann, at attention next to Helmut. You recognize Klaus amongst the other hammer bearers, taking up their positions. The crowd within grows silent as Helmut holds his hand up. Hands pushed together just into the diaphragm. He says, "Oh, pay attention to his word. Now speak Sigmar the child." Yes?
While this is going on, could she do detect magic to further admire what it is he's doing? So she is under the belief that he has this beautiful gift and she wants to see it closer.
That's interesting.
Are you using the spell point for it? Okay.
So, yeah. Boop. It's 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see the aura of enchantment flooding off of the child. Oh, I'm sorry, Ghoulie.
Oh no,
I'm
what?
giving her Catholic flashbacks. I'm sorry.
Ben's place! Oh!
I was an altar server as well. I'm
Raised Roman Catholic.
I
relate too much.
I have held the candles and lit the incense and walked around looking dumb in a dress. I've done that too.
Aww. So once upon a time you
Or
were a
beer.
Nils. You were a Nils.
He was a nil?
I was a Nils and a squire in numerous
Yeah.
occasions.
He was
I've
my-
done all the things.
He was my squire.
And I've been a knight, so
And he was my knight. Then he was my knight.
So what win?
You interpret it
Yeah, I know.
as blue, celestial.
Okay.
It's a desaturated celestial. It looks almost gray, but you just see the blue just tracing through it.
I do.
You do.
I do.
You do.
Does she? Does she? I can't. I guess I can't ask. that.
Nope. That's all she sees. It's beautiful. It swirls.
Is
It's
it only
like-
on her? On him?
It's like somebody stood there with a pot of black ink and a pot of blue ink and just poured it into a fish tank and just let it swirl and mix. What?
I asked. I did.
Yes.
I
That's
just
what it
wanted
looks
to make this a little more difficult for me to figure out what to. Yeah, thanks. That's on me.
By the way, Kilt, those were albs, and they're pretty much dresses.
Damn.
Well, to get back to where we were, he turns around, takes a knee. Everybody around you takes a knee. Nils looks back at you very nervously, like he's starting to kind of take a knee, but he's waiting for your move.
I look around at the other people. Are they giving us bad looks?
Make a give you a perception test on this one. No, insight checks.
Okay.
Just her or?
Both of you.
Okay.
Oh, I have proficiency in that because
How far away am I from them?
You are
I
about
rolled
40
shitty.
feet away, sitting off to the side
got
under guard.
10
The only
total.
people who haven't taken a knee are the ones standing around you with weapons. Oh, you know what it's like to be on guard in court.
Yes, I know.
I rolled a 10.
I got an 8.
You know to kneel.
Okay.
Laniera doesn't.
I've never done it before.
Out of curiosity, I'm looking at the two of them just because I want to make sure nothing's going on. Do I notice that Lanera's doing her
I mean,
magic vision stuff?
Make a perception test.
So as I go to kneel, I kind of put my hand on her shoulder
17.
to encourage her to kneel.
You can see her eyes. You see the sparkles and the black.
her eyes are always black. When there's detect magic, there's bits of silver.
Do you see bits of silver from far, far away?
I'm clearing my throat, hoping that she gets the hint to look this way. And as she looks over towards us, if she can see any, does she notice the same blue and black glow around everybody else except me and Nils?
Give me one moment. I fucked up something quick.
As Carmen like nudged her to like, she's like, oh.
I like put in hand like to like
That's
gently.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
And as she's kneeling down, she's
like
looking,
not like a mean forceful.
No, you're
but,
not
like,
goon handing me like an awkward girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she, she's like, I don't know.
And I guess Nils follows suit.
Sorry, I have to restart the sound program. I hit something.
Oh no, all the sound is gone.
All of a sudden, the
What
Stellar
is-
Age, the
what
Stellar
is
Age
live?
sounds start
Right.
playing.
What
We
is
start getting
live?
pew,
The
pew,
hum of the
pew.
engines.
We start getting laser blasts.
Sorry about that.
Lynira's like, as she's kneeling down, she looks over to Hildebrand like, shut the fuck up.
So what did Hildebrand do?
I was trying to get her attention so that she looks over towards us, towards me.
Make a stealth check, but use charisma instead of dexterity.
Okay. 18.
Okay, you don't get a staff upside the back of your head, but you make a perception test.
Not great. I totally get a. Yeah. 13.
You can see him.
She's just mouthing, shut the fuck up.
Do I have this? What I'm hoping.
Can you read lips?
Yeah, and you read lips because she just.
You
told-
can understand. No. It's fine to understand each other in this at this point. Like it's not a read lips kind of situation. She was being
Very
rather
clear.
Okay, so
explicit.
she's looking at me. I'm looking all around to try to give her the hint to look
trying
at
to see what
everybody.
the fuck he's looking at, but she's,
Is she looking in the direction that I'm looking at?
I'm just looking around like, what? What?
Okay.
What?
Does she?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I want to make
She
sure
doesn't see anything else.
she doesn't see that. She does. Okay, so there's
No
nothing
one else
else.
has any magical trinkets or anything? This place is barren?
From what you can see right now, there's nothing really. I mean, there's a few enchanted items
Okay.
with enchantment on them. Nothing really.
Yeah.
I was okay. I was kind of hoping she might see that somebody under. Can you see people under an enchantment with detect magic?
No.
All right, I did. I wouldn't know that anyway. So
If it says yes, yeah,
For the
then
duration, you sense,
yeah.
You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. It can penetrate most barriers, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's basically like standing amongst, trying to see candlelight by the light of a lighthouse beacon.
all right.
Just everything has that haze. Of
Everything
kind
of has a haze because that's the swirling gray and blue magic. Just, it's everywhere. So she looks around and she gives you that response of like, Carl holds his hand up.
So did Nils kneel when we did?
If you did,
Yeah.
yes, he kneels when you
Okay.
kneel.
Okay.
You remain standing.
No, she put her hand on
I
my
like
shoulder,
kind of
okay.
and I was
like encouraged her.
Okay.
That's when she saw me.
yeah,
Okay.
that's when I looked and saw him.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
He says, "You are here to take the oath." Helmet kind of turns around and like, you are here to take the oath in my name.
Oh.
Helmet nods approvingly.
My
and
interpretation
turns to
is
you.
his innocence is just beautiful. He's so pure.
You're weird. You're very
Threw up in my
creepy.
mouth a little
Oh
bit.
my god, I'm under a charm spell.
I'm just saying, you're just a little creepy with your children, love.
Well, you know what
Nurturing right now.
You know what they
She
say
has-
about. Well, you know what they say about the clergy at times.
Well, if I wasn't under a charm spell, I'd want to murder
Listen,
him.
her brain's for Carl, her heart's for Nils, but her loins are for Lornock.
Yeah, that sums it up.
He's Helmet after Carl does his little line, turns to you, and holds his hand out for some kind of response, looking to you.
Laniera, as lost as Cassandra would be in a church, just like looking at Carmen like,
Don't they usually tell you to repeat something? I kind of look at him confused.
Helmet leans forward and loud enough for you to hear, but not loud enough for everybody. He says, "All you have to do is say yes."
yeah.
And stands back up.
Yes.
Sure.
Nils, after you say yes, he's like almost stepping on your toes saying yes as soon as you said it. And then says, then Helmut just then drink with me and let your vows be made true. And they walk over, and a gilded comet chalice is brought forward.
No, stop! Don't.
Hands it to each of you in turn. First to Carmen.
Is it unremarkable? It's just
It looks like it's made in the image of the comet. Like the chalice itself is made similar to the comet. And it's wood and gold.
can I see the liquid within?
You can't. Carmen's the one that got it offered to first.
Oh, she's about to.
I'm gonna look at it, yeah, but I am gonna sip. But I am gonna look while I'm lifting it.
It's wine.
It's wine.
It's wine.
I take a sip. Does it taste like wine?
Yeah, pretty good wine too.
Yeah. I look at Laniera and I kind of...
Helmet takes it back from you after you sip, gives it to Nils. Nils looks at you while sipping, like,
Gotta teach that man to be his own person.
hands back to Helmet. You have a squire. He's
I
not his own
know.
person.
That's not how this works.
He will grow to
That's
become
the
his
job.
own person. Yes,
That's the
I
job.
know. But one day he shall
yeah, one day.
blossom.
We're a very progressive workplace. We get it.
I know.
Listen, you took him under your wing without giving him the
I will-
squirely
I will-
accolades,
I
so
will
he's
teach
already
him.
off to a great
And
start.
you
Yeah.
didn't even ask for his references, you know?
No, I just knew he'd be great.
Helmet takes the chalice, turns to Laniera, puts it out in front of Laniera.
When she looks at it, detect magic's nothing.
Completely untouched wine. Just wine. She
Unceremoniously.
just chugs it.
He went
There wasn't much
insane.
in there.
Yeah.
Helmet takes it back and walks over, hands it to Johan. Johan takes it like a dutiful assistant, puts it to the side, and takes up a position next to Helmet. And then he says, he holds his hands up. Welcome. Welcome to my faithful? And Helmet's just like, welcome to my faithful. And
Huzzah!
everybody You hear a soft clapping coming from the crowd.
Golf clap. And he makes it on the par 9.
Clapping for yourself.
Clapping for Carl.
Helmet says, "You may now return to the processional. Bring forward the accused." You get a
Oh, is that me?
You get a swift jab in the back from a halberd, butt end, as you're lifted to your feet by your collar of your shirt,
Now might be the time.
brought forward, thrown at Carl's feet.
I told you I knew you do it before.
Helmet stands in front of you again. You can tell he's cleaned up really well. Either that or it's a completely different set of robes. Looks down at you. You stand accused of crimes against Sigma. It was witnessed last night that you attempted to kill the child with some device designed for great pain and murder. As this court has been called, we shall now turn to our Lord for his guidance. And he turns and kneels before Carl. You see, he gets a little uneasy in his seat, kind of moving back and forth. It was heard that you were speaking Elvish when you attacked me. Is this true? Helmet holds a hand out, as if to say you may speak wordlessly.
Yes, I was speaking.
He takes his hand back immediately.
Mira awkwardly goes to raise her hand.
Helmet looks at you. Carl nods. I am willing to accept your plea for mercy under the condition that you take vows as well, and that you will be watched. But you may join the crusade. Helmet holds his hand out again, giving you the sign to speak.
Sure.
He actually kind of brightens up a little bit. I absolve you of your sin, for you were under the influence of elven witchcraft. Take the vows and become one of the faithful. And Johann walks over with a refreshed wine goblet of Comet.
I didn't have breakfast. Some hoe ate all the bread and cheese!
There was more than enough. I could have had.
Helmet takes the chalice, walks over, nods to the guards. Guard comes over behind you and fiddles with the... He actually picks them up, kind of looking confused and turning it for a second, just kind of shrugs and walks away with it, and he hands you... Helmet hands you the goblet once your hands are free.
Okay.
Says, drink this and become one of the faithful. Good gear. It's got legs.
Knows how to use them. All right. Swig.
You get a few floral notes. No, it's good nose. He reaches for the chalice back. You hand it back to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Takes the chalice, hands it off to Johann. Says, rise, absolved of your sin, and know that you are one of the faithful and shall go with Karl's blessing. And you hear very polite, if not unsettling, drone-ish clapping in the background. And Karl sits there, and since you guys are kind of close enough, you can hear him say, Helmut, I don't want to sit up here anymore. Let's finish trials. I now end this day's gathering in Karl's name. Ah, and everybody joins in. Amen. And everybody starts leaving the tent. And you are left to your own devices at this point. No guards are coming to collect you. They seem to be going back to their positions. The halberdiers that were following you before head back out into the camp. The hammer bearers form up in a defensive line, as they normally do at the foot of the dais, as Helmut and Karl begin to speak to themselves.
We were able to hear.
You'd like to try and listen in?
We heard him saying he didn't want to sit up there anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, this poor child.
Make
What can
perception
we do to
tests.
help him? 16.
8.
7.
16.
Carmen can overhear the voices. Everybody else just hears murmuring because the foot shuffling and murmuring of the guard and the rest of the assembled as they leave can be a little distracting. Carmen's the only one that's able to cut through the din to be able to hear what they're actually saying. You hear Helmut says, "Then I have your blessing?" Carl says, "Yes, I want to go have food." Very well. And then he stops mid-sentence. Jan comes in from the opposite side and walks up the dais. From behind the dais, from where you were. Walks up and leans in and whispers into Carl's ear. Carl's shoulders kind of slump. Like, have to? It's what we must do. Fine. Helmut, you know, you have my blessing, and he kind of like
Just
taps him
Kevin's.
on the forehead.
Just Kevin's.
It's the sign of the comet, but to bless somebody, you place it on their forehead. So he
Boops.
kind of jumps up and bap. It's more of like a as he does it, and he hops down off the chair and like rubs his leg. Needs more cushions. Let's go. And he walks down and follows Vanderpeer and several of Jan's guard, and they escort him out the other side of the tent.
Did Jan have anything noteworthy since her eyes were looking into the winds? Because we know he wasn't what he said.
Nope.
Was.
Nothing that you could see.
So as they're leaving, I look to them both and say, "That child is exhausted."
You see Helmut gesturing to the hammer bearers, and they split in precision down the middle, walk to either side of the dais, and then cut around and in straight lines walk back and start forming up with Vanderpeer's men to protect Carl. That's when Helmut adjusts his robes and walks down to you. Says, "Welcome to our crusade." He looks at Hildebrand. He says, "I know what you're thinking. A murderer, an attempted murderer, accepted so swiftly into our camp. This is not the first time this has happened. Attempts on Car's life are not new. We have traveled, and several have come. Krieger was a man that came to arrest the boy and bring us all in for heresy. Well, he saw the boy and he turned. He is now one who understands. So it is our policy that if we can bring you to justice, we will allow you to serve. Some of our most faithful were at one time our most dire enemies. But the four of you are in a unique position. Being that you are so new to the crusade, you have no allegiances, nor do you wish to join any of the factions. I am concerned. And since Carl has given me his blessing to investigate this, I will give it to you, as you are road wardens. Rodents. Road wardens.
Bounty bunters. the
Bounty hunties of the Wold Est. I wish for you to see what you can find out. For I suspect chaos is amongst us. They have infiltrated our ranks, and they seek to do us harm. You have no doubt heard of the Yellow Death?
We were warned of the water tears oncoming.
We do our best to make sure that the water is pure. I say a prayer over it every day before it is taken and distributed. But it seems every day or so as we make our way, somebody falls ill, and within a day will die.
Let me ask you something. Do you have any suspects who might be these agents of chaos?
Not currently. We wish that somebody who is not seeking approval nor defending someone else's charge. For if it was somebody that were here longer, they may seek to impress and lay blame at a rival faction's feet.
What faction of yours could be considered your rival faction?
Andyvon's.
Really?
Krieger's men were here sent by the Empire. Eisenbach wishes to have his reparations as quickly as possible. He is a lord, and he has given us his knights and men-at-arms. They even though they are sworn to Carl wishes to pay them, as any proper lord should.
And what about Vanderpeak?
Vanderpeer?
Vanderpeer.
I
didn't
know if that was you being
no, that was
if Brand was being saucy or if that was a slip. Vanderpeer wishes to get paid, but he also seems to wish to get us to Altdorf as quickly as possible, which I understand his desire, but I believe we should be... Well, I believe we should be stopping at every possible place so that we can grow the faithful and make sure that we cannot be ignored at the gates of Altdorf.
When did you first meet with Vanderpeer?
Your obsession with Vanderpeer is making me think that you possibly might have been compromised.
I have a reason for asking. You see, I know Vanderpeer.
Oh.
I knew Jan Vanderpeer when we were children together at the academy.
Yes. So, you are from...
I'm from Marienburg.
I see. That does put a little bit of wrinkle. Any past grudges you may have may come to the fore.
No, he misspeaks. It's not that he has an allegiance to this man, or a grudge, because this man...
I haven't been able... I was about to get to that, actually. I was trying to suss things out. This man that you call Jan Vanderpeer is not Jan Vanderpeer.
He comes with all the credentials.
Credentials...
The money.
Credentials can be faked, and money can be stolen.
You will need far more evidence than just a simple accusation of I knew him one day. I hope you understand that.
Oh, I do, but it
last
might be
night you were attempting to kill Carl, so you will excuse me from taking you at your word instantly, in all manners.
I can understand that, but if you had any suspicions of him in the first place, let this add to your list.
I have no suspicions of him. I have grudges with him, that is for sure, but I would need evidence before I would start seeking my suspicions. But I give you time to gather that evidence. Do this for me as your first part of your service to Carl, our most holy. In the meantime, this being just between us.
And Nils.
He actually said the four of you, so he's incorporated.
Yeah.
He incorporated Nils into this plot as well. This is. I still need to give you proper jobs. So you are to be guards. You seem physically capable. Combat tested. You will be given uniforms and sent to be in the front guard of the main procession. As we speak, the rest of the camp is being broken down. I expect you to go back to your tent, prepare your things, and be ready to go out. You will receive your customary armbands for uniform. Not those.
I didn't... What? No!
I don't know.
Sleeves, then. Extra sleeves. Jeez. Gotta
This
go to
is
the,
getting real.
the worst place ever.
Well, let's be real. Where are we?
Yeah.
Is it that far?
What's going on? No.
Mention armbands once, and she just goes to the wrong place.
Well, I didn't think it until she said, like,
You
just
went there
stipulate-
too!
No, when you just
With me!
stipulated.
He says, he nods to you and he says, I expect your first report at the end of the day. I will send a guard to you to hand over your uniform. I have things to attend to as we break down. Go with Carl. Turns and heads out. And we're gonna take a quick break.
We probably should have asked for actual badges, because the only one that has a badge
Is me.
and it's fake.
I'm sure
Yep.
our credentials will be on our armbands.
And we return to you, the four of you, standing together in the big top main tent, and you can see that
That's
now that the
appropriate.
service is over,
The circus is over.
you're seeing several servants, and they look like maybe off-duty guardsmen or guardsmen on their non-guard duty. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. Basically, it's what your battle station is, and then what your other job is.
Patrol, kind of.
Yeah, it's like the cook has a battle station. He isn't just goes into the kitchen and aggressively stands there with a spatula, you know. They actually have a job.
No, it's a pot. There you go. It's ready to roll.
I just know it's KP.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Okay. But you can see them bustling about, undoing tent spikes, pulling down, rolling up the carpets, and the palanquin's been taken out and put outside. They're going about their pack-up business as you stand inside.
Well, let's go back to our tent.
As you exit back out into the bright, now mid-morning sun, the whole camp seems to be gathering up and putting things together. You can see priests are making the rounds, blessing the packing. Listen, priests will find a way to bless anything.
Well, it means they don't have to be packing.
There's also guards are hustling here and there, making sure that armories have been packed. Big wagons have been pulled back out. You can see horses and other beasts of burden being hitched up and ready to move. And you walk out into this madness.
I won't lie, I kind of miss when it was just the three of us on the road. This is a mess.
Nils kind of...
I'm sure you will not make the mess of an entire war camp when you come with us.
It sounded mean, but she didn't mean it to be mean.
He just kind of nods for a second. And maybe I'll prove myself to you.
Sounded Wendell-esque for a second. I was a little...
It's okay, I'm fine with that.
He kind of puffs up his chest a little bit.
Are you trained with any weapons?
Yes, I'm actually very adept at most.
Is he carrying any on his person?
Not on his person, but
What's your preferred?
I was told that I should always pick up a sword and shield first, as it's the simplest and most efficient way of defending yourself.
That's not what I asked. Which one do you like best?
A big fucking sword.
Really big one. Carmen.
Why don't we go to
you
see
have
the
it?
blacksmith?
Exactly. I mean, maybe he has something lying around. I mean, we'd better go quick. Everyone's packing
Sorry, I
up.
slipped into Wendell a little bit there.
Yeah, I was
Brought him
like
up.
mixed feelings,
okay.
mixed feelings.
Wendell has serious
It's
self-esteem
alright.
issues, but he seems like he's trying to prove himself, you know.
This is- I trying to find the accent now because you fucked me up because you
Sorry.
brought up Wendell, and now
Sorry.
I'm like, where's Nils in there?
Where is
He has a
Nils?
soft, he has,
Where's Wendell?
he has a higher pitched soft German accent, and you got me all over the place.
I'm sorry. Okay.
That's what happened.
We could go visit the blacksmith.
You would allow me to carry a weapon?
I would not have it any other way.
Of course.
I was always told to just carry the hammer, but
No.
No, we're going to the blacksmith.
The best way to learn is to do.
We can't have
He,
you following us without any way to actually.
you can see physical representation of joy. Like he's kind of like bouncing from foot to foot.
He done some joy.
I have my own.
Yes. And you can
You will take care of it because it is also
Of course,
your
this
own.
is exactly what I would do. I will also take care of all of Carmen's weapons and needs.
Let's go to the blacksmith before this gets strange. just fucking giggling, just dragging her.
As soon as the interior camp starts to break down, you notice the exterior camps are breaking down.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
have to go to this blacksmith. Kind of like pick up the pace our way there.
You're able to get there before it's. You see Eckbert outside, breaking things down, and you don't see his father anywhere around. I forgot what I named his father. Thank you.
Hold on. Hold
Check
on.
your notes. I didn't write it down. Oh, you know what? I will write it down as soon as you tell me what.
It was before this.
It's not Klaus. It's not Ernst. It's not Hans.
Ayla.
Ayla. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Eckbert and Ayla.
Looking around, not seeing Ayla.
That's a referential. If anybody's paying attention,
Yeah.
you get bonus points.
Looking around, only seeing Eckbert, and he was like, "Ciao, where's your father?"
Runs over. Oh, hello.
Hello, boy.
Are you here for possibly another shine or a tune-up of your armor? Or...
Actually, I was wondering if you had some great swords, some Zweihanders.
Oh,
And I kind of like give Nils like a little push forward, like gentle shove.
Nils kind of steps forward.
I know you're packing up, but if you could make some time.
He's
to
like,
make
oh,
more."
no, we're always ready to make a sale. Hold on. He runs into the...
Out of character, very proud about that.
runs inside, and you can hear his...
That's the one you want to adopt.
I don't know, it's a little damaged
you can
already.
hear you can hear the murmured Cockney flying at 1,000 miles an hour, and you hear he's like, "Oh, all right, go, send him in." He opens up the fire. He says, come on in. I'm gonna finish packing up out here." He waits for you to. He holds it open like for royalty, and like it's an awkward like.
Oh, okay.
We need to make sure it's balanced for him. We can't just buy any.
Of course.
We're gonna spend the money.
I think this is from what they did with my armor.
He doesn't have any armor of his own either, does he, Nils?
Who, Nils? You can guess he's probably wearing leathers underneath the. The robe that he wears is not sitting perfectly.
Laniera leans over to Nils and just grabs the corner of his sleeve and like.
He's wearing leather under there, and he's just, as he sees you pinching his clothing.
Are you okay?
Well, we're buying. I wanted to make sure he was outfitted. What?
How does it feel?
It was fine. I just thought you were cleaning me. Thought I had like.
Schmutz?
Guys,
It's an ancient elven term.
No, I picked
Good night,
up on the-
everybody.
got some schmutz on your face.
Bart out!
Listen, Laniera's making noise like she hasn't.
As you
slept in
walk
600 years.
in, Ellie's just, hello, how you doing? Glad to have you back.
Glad to be back. We found
Considering
our friend.
everything. I see. What can I do for you?
Well, we were hoping to outfit him.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Well, he hasn't a blade of his own, but he says he likes something sizable. So if you could show him your range, the boy can choose his own.
Don't have much, but take a look. He goes behind, like into a private section of the tent. You hear him moving through some stuff. Oh, right. Yeah. You hear from back there. See, just a weapon? Two-handed sword, you said?
Yeah.
Also a boot dagger.
All right, yeah, I can do that. Anything else?
We might want to look into some armor for him.
What do you
perhaps?
think, Nels? You want to try some armor? Yeah. Yeah, what do you have? I mean, you know, nothing too cumbersome
yeah.
right now. Yeah, he's training.
It's just what he for a second he's really excited, and then he looks at you and says, "Whatever you think is best."
I wouldn't put him in plate, but chain might be a fine start.
At least some shoulder guards. Yeah, chainmail with shoulders.
15 from Ghoulie because he's so good.
He's so good.
Good doggo. Oh wait.
He's like he's now in his forever home.
Oh well, now you know he's gonna die, and we're gonna have to shoot him at the barn. And you can't say that. Are you prepared to do the right thing if we have to put him down?
I'm not gonna have to put him down. Stop it. Just let me enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're already old yellering him, for God's sake,
He
woman.
comes back out. He's like, "All right, I've got quite a selection here." He puts it down on a small, like waist-high table.
Yeah.
Not exactly a full. He's got one curved Araby blade that seems rather large.
Like a falchion?
Not a lot bigger.
Scimitar.
Well, no, a scimitar, a falchion is a straight blade with a little bit of a curve to it. A scimitar is a much bigger curve to it, but it's still a one-hander. This is a two-handed curved blade. It's a little too big for Nils, though.
The boy will
Yeah.
fall over.
He says, I've also got this one, but, not a full Zweihander, but should do, and it's a bastard sword.
Yeah, so I take it and I feel the weight.
It's a pretty good weight. It's not poor quality, but it's not exactly the best craftsmanship ever.
Yeah.
He says, pick that one up a couple of towns back. Somebody needed the coin to buy something for Carl.
So what do you think
I
of
don't know.
this? And I like kind of hold it out so he can feel it and hold it.
He takes it into his hands, and in his hands, he's a scrawny boy.
Yeah.
But
gonna learn.
so in his hands, it looks like a full-fledged Zweihander.
Yeah.
But the way he stands with it, you actually can see he does have a bit of the
Muscle?
like he has the form.
The poise.
The way he holds it, it's actually he actually rests it along his forearm, looks down the blade, pulls it out.
How do you feel about that one?
The Conan music playing behind him.
Ring the bell!
I would love this one.
Oh. One more thing, and I take Ayla aside so I can talk to him privately.
This is
Do you think I could trouble you to put a twin-tailed comet on the hilt?
take me a day, maybe.
Well, you are packing up.
Yeah, we need to, if we're gonna keep up with the rest.
Well, when we make it to the next town, I'll come back. What do you think?
How about this? When we rest for the night, bring it over. I'll have it to you in the morning.
Oh, I really appreciate it. I'm sure he'd love that.
And armor pieces for him?
And a dagger. Chain and dagger. Because sometimes...
For someone, not for him.
No, not for you. You buy your own. Because sometimes a boy needs to be stealthy and cunning and quiet.
She's teaching him.
You can't always just use the biggest thing in your arsenal.
All right, so
Your
this.
bristles.
He says, he looks it over quick. He says, this is 20.
Okay. I give him 25.
Armor 2?
What?
Armor 2?
Yeah.
What armor?
He had a forgot to actually go over and point out the armors. But he was elf teacher time.
Yeah, this is really cute.
This is not how I
This is
envisioned
how I
our
wanted it.
adventure, but that's fine.
I'm okay with it. I'm gonna put down 24.
Okay. He says, well, says, if you want armor as well, normally puts you to 45. Give me 35. We'll call it even.
Okay.
All right. It's all right on a Nils sheet. A Nils index card.
We do not have our index cards. We packed that out last time, so these would require that. Also, my pen shit! It's dying. I mean, I'll still use it. I just thought I should. Yay! Okay. Here you go.
Okay. I've like erased and rewritten
Yeah,
my
it's all
gold
like
so
that.
many times. I just have to write it in a new spot now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm writing down for Nils.
Oh, I
He's-
started. Hold on, I'll let you stat him out. I'm sorry.
One boy,
All right, so it's a
for
bastard
sale.
sword, which that means it is
I
a.
need a blank card.
Here you go.
You took them all.
I did. Here you go. Take care of your boy.
Here.
It
Oh, you
is
wrote it.
a D10,
D10.
D12 versatile.
D10 one hand, D12 two.
Okay. And this is
A bastard sword. Martial weapon.
Hand
we
and a
give
half.
him a
Or
dagger?
hand and a half.
Did we get the daggers?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all wrapped in.
How much?
And
are,
chainmail.
how much are the?
Chain armor.
chain armor.
How much are the throwing? Are the throwing daggers? The boot daggers?
No, he already. Altogether, he already gave a full price.
She was.
wants
that-
his own.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sparked the shopping lust.
All right, so
How
Hildebrand's
much?
it. So, not too much. Let me actually look up the price.
Fucking shopping. I love shopping so much in real life. I don't know why I can't handle it in game.
It's 2 gold apiece.
Okay. And
How
then-
many?
There, I'm getting a boot dagger. Are you happy now?
How many you want?
I'll take 2.
Okay, full gold, please.
So
Takes it
the
in.
chain armor, I guess you're gonna give him a character sheet.
And I'll put.
I'll probably be making.
Okay.
I'll send you the character sheet that I need printed up.
Don't get attached.
All right. Boot dagger.
Damn it, she's attached.
I'm attached. Boot dagger.
You know what character sheets are? Made of paper.
Yes.
You know what paper is?
Expendable.
Easily ignitable. Oh my god, honey.
Okay, all right. If any of our characters die, we have to have a funeral pyre inside, like outside in your pit for our characters.
Listen. I have a history of being very kind to NPCs. Okay, so let's not get hasty here.
I mean, we were
I was
probably.
talking about us.
I mean, we were probably the most abusive to the NPCs so far. So, if you think back.
So the boot dagger, what's the damage on that?
I was just about to look that up, actually.
Ghoulie gave us 100 bits before for the fact that Niels has 2 moms.
I made that joke
Yeah.
about 2 hours ago.
We are a very
Well, she
progressive
donated
household.
for it, so she
Okay.
gets the punchline too. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess they would
so
just
it
be
was
under
the-
dagger, right?
Yeah, it's a dagger. It's a
Okay.
simple. I think it's a D6, or is it a D4?
D4 piercing.
D4 piercing. It has the thrown property. Done.
Finesse, light, thrown,
Thrown.
range 20 and 60.
Yeah, just write it down. Oh, okay. I'll make the character sheet and write all this stuff down. I just needed you to write a card of the actual items he has.
Yeah,
And that's a
I've
custom. By the
chain-
way, the bastard sword is a custom item.
Give
It's
him
actually
one of your
not
health
in the core
potions to
rulebook.
carry.
I only have one,
Oh,
and it's my crazy good one.
never mind.
Of what?
I was gonna say, have him carry one of their health potions so that he could apply it to you.
Oh, yeah, sure
Okay.
he could. I could
This is,
have him. That could be his.
I don't mean to rush you along now, but do you have anything else you'd like?
I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
Oh, I appreciate the business with everything going on and everybody acting the way they're acting. It's good to see you coming in and giving me a business.
Of course. Well, we will be back wherever you set up shop next time.
Well, we're gonna be in the same column.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going anywhere just
Yeah.
yet. Sorry, checking my times. Says, I'm gonna go get back to packing up and getting things along then. He goes back and he starts putting things in crates and packing up his trunks. You exit the tent.
Yeah.
Outside, you can hear Eckbert from behind. Thanks.
Thanks, Eckbert.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, of course.
Ah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for all your help.
Go with Sigma.
Yeah, of course. You as well.
And he goes back to pulling up tent spikes and rolling up canvas.
So, did we want to start looking into our little investigation?
Well, I mean, it is. We've run into a lot of chaos. It's natural that it would end up here. It's just the only lead we have is Vanderpeer. So it seemed like he had an inclination to worry for him to begin with. How would you suggest looking into?
Proving that he's not who he says he is?
Yeah, you would have the best position to figure that out. If he said he had all the proper paperwork, so I assume.
Are you just kind of standing around while talking about this?
No,
or
we're going back. We were going
tent?
back to the tent. That's what,
Okay.
what I had said originally.
Okay.
We were
I was
going
just
back.
making sure so I could, in my head, figure out when you had already arrived there.
Did you ever have like lockets made up, paintings of families, a visual record of any kind?
The only place that I could possibly get something like that would be from the academy itself. They had made portraits of all of the students from the wealthiest of families.
I was just trying to imagine what Hildebrand looked like at like 14.
Yeah. I can see it actually.
Less
based on the
mustache, still
character
cocky.
Well, like the patchy mustache, like I'm really trying right now, but it's not there yet.
Aww.
A naked
Non-italic,
face joxer.
not a non-mustached autolycus.
Here, stand here. Why are you guys leaving?
Aww.
Okay. Well, we could send word to the academy. You know where it is. I mean, that's going to take some time, and he wants a report by the end of the day. Isn't that nice?
It's true.
So we need something.
Well, even if we just say I've sent a missive to the academy, that would take a while. That might be enough of reporting on how our investigation is going.
But
We
what
have
else did we do
initiated
for the
it.
rest of the entire day? I certainly
Well,
wouldn't
I
accept
think
that.
he would want us to exhaust every possibility, not just this one lead.
There's also the matter of the yellow fever, and I mean, it was mentioned by Ayla that he thinks that it was possibly a contaminated vessel itself. So regardless if you keep on blessing the water before it gets distributed, if it's then poured back into something that is maybe tainted
Or cursed.
or cursed, touched in some unsavory manner, that might be something we could look into as well while we wait for news from the academy. And I think everyone would be happy if we weren't all dying of the yellow fever. So, in the self-interest, that is something that maybe gets boosted a little higher up on the
What
list.
about the chalice?
Well-
Everyone drinks from it. Everyone.
Well, I don't know if they use that for water. That's wine.
No.
It wasn't after the welcoming ceremony that people were getting sick. it was distributing
Yeah.
the water and food to the outer reaches,
Particularly
the
the,
poorer people, it would seem.
Now that you've made it to the interior, again, you can see that the sheet wall has been broken down and stacked up and put onto carts. Tents are slowly coming apart. The military men seeing to others first in communal projects before seeing to their own tents. In your tent, you find 3 rolled sleeves, folded sleeves, kind of like a bell sleeve-ish kind of look. With they're red, with the comet on the shoulder. Along with it is Krieger note folded on the top of them, on the little pile on your cot.
Pick up the note and read it.
It says you are to report to Krieger when the procession has been assembled. This should be at noon. You have an hour left to make choices.
Well, how are we supposed to investigate? How are we supposed to investigate if we're not, if we have to be in...
Walk and talk? I mean...
Well, we could just start by tracing the trail of the water, where it comes from, where it goes.
Linnea is looking at the stupid fucking sleeve, like, so she just like folds it over on one of her belt straps and kind of knots it so you still see the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere to attach a sleeve to her.
Okay. Well, if we have to go through the camp to get to Krieger, to presumably be assigned where we need to be guarding, in the meantime, we could possibly see, while we're walking, where they're keeping provisions. I remember... Hold on.
Is that like the nerdy noise?
It's
like,
the
I write everything down.
That's the I took notes
Yeah,
noise.
I write everything. I just draw pictures.
You do.
She does the notes. I do the cartography. We got a good thing going here. And he writes down the stories.
I mean, I think I wrote down Jeff divvies out foraging for food.
If we see if maybe where they're carrying... Yeah, he's the one that does he goes out, comes back.
Jeff?
With a G, though.
Joff.
Groff?
What?
Groff?
Groff?
Oh, there's an R in
He's a
that.
butcher.
No.
He doesn't go out. No. He takes all of it in and divvies it up once it's brought in.
Well, all right. Well,
Because I remember the one moment that I had that kind of sequence going. You talking about when I was talking about the foragers coming in, carrying, like, bringing that? Okay. They were taking it to a guy. You asked what they were taking it to, and one of somebody nearby said that they're taking it to Groff.
Well, we could at least inspect what wagon's carrying the food, the supplies. While they're traveling, they need it anyway. So we'll just, as we're making our way to reporting in, we'll see if we can ask around for where they're carrying supplies. And now we could officially say, well, it's business. We're not sneaking around this time.
Now the thing is, are we going to be looked at as the rookie guards, or are we going to be, or are they all equal? This is a very important distinction, because who's to say there are other guards that will shush us away?
Well, we were given a task.
Who cares how people look at you? We'll get the deed done, and that's the important part.
He specifically wanted us to do it because we had not formed allegiances with any group yet.
Well, I suppose if we've been given instruction by Carl's right hand, that would supersede any nonsense from anyone. One can only hope.
Presumably someone else is gonna pack up this tent, right?
I mean, we have all our stuff already.
You want to risk that?
Are you serious?
Are we gonna get in trouble?
Amira's like,
You were given time to pack up, so.
do you know how to...
I already have everything all packed up. I had it on me because I was.
Including the tent.
Wait,
Of course I know how to put a tent away. Like,
Oh, we have to undo the tent. Well,
you got this.
I'm
Of
not-
course you know how to put a tent
not
away.
alone.
no, you're not alone.
No.
No, you're
we
not
are
alone.
all
you
participating.
have a friend.
Listen,
I'm going to go and
you
get information.
almost got us murdered. You are assisting us. You are assisting us. Now.
You begin to break down.
Yup.
Okay. It takes you maybe, 15 minutes. If the four of
They're all helping.
the four of you, three of you who know what you're doing, and an elf going.
With our -1 strengths, we're occasionally like,
Yeah, really.
It's okay.
Nils is actually a lot stronger than
oh thank God.
Than us.
he seemed.
The cloth was covering muscles.
His
You're getting weird again. No, you're getting weird again.
his youth is.
I think you're like you have
helpful.
this idea that you want me to watch children. It's a motherly instinct. It's not like
My mother is nothing like this.
well,
We were good.
The vigor of youth
yes.
aids him in assisting you, and like I said, within 15-20 minutes, everything's broken down, folded up, rolled up. It's a standard tent. It's not like it's anything difficult. Then you put it with the other tents to be loaded up onto the wagons. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
As we're doing that, do we notice at all what wagons make
Make
provisions?
perception tests.
That wasn't good. 4.
21.
18?
Okay. You overhear little side conversations going on. But the main 21, you said?
Yes.
The main piece of information that is picked up specifically comes in a physical form. One of Eisenbach's guards walking by kneels down and starts adjusting his boot. And as after he's done, takes but a moment to adjust a strap. A small piece of parchment tumbles out of his hand as he stands up and walks.
Is it boot guy from last night?
I would know. Know.
Is it?
It was dark.
Oh, okay.
You saw he was wearing a uniform.
It's like
From a very strange angle.
his
You're
call
on the
sign.
floor.
He adjusts
Okay.
his boot before he murders people with poison.
All right.
Pick it up
I'm going to go over. and,
surreptitiously.
I'm going to just go over and step on it.
Okay.
Look around. I'm going to take my nice new dagger
Slip it into your boot.
and slip it into my boot, and
Okay.
then reach down and pick up the note.
On the note,
Yes.
it says Krieger, believed to be worshipper of plague god. Hope we're wrong. Good man, but strange. Goes for walks at night.
Not again with the walks. Granny! I'm triggered. Triggered.
Signed, J.
This was not surreptitiously. This was not accidentally dropped.
It's yawn.
Criminal background gives me an advantage on an insight check.
I wouldn't say it gives you an advantage on it, but
He's
you
like
can make
trying
an
to
insight.
sneak that by
What
you.
are you trying to figure something out about it? Like
if I realized that this was a drop off, this wasn't an accidental.
I think we all know that that's
Oops.
yeah, go ahead, make an insight check.
I'm
Just make an insight check. Yes.
okay.
I love you.
He rolled like shit too.
Yeah. Still, yes.
Interesting. Okay. I show them the note. Well, it looks like we're having help from outside sources.
I'd be very cynical to just accept free information if we didn't already have reason to believe that the grandfather's cultists were interested in the boy.
This is true.
Back when it was the Jurgen and the
Oh, the other note that you got?
yeah.
I think it was signed Tobias.
Okay.
Like that name.
Look at the two notes.
Little too
That's right.
stuffy for me.
It was no, it was signed Ruprecht, and it was to my dear Tobias.
No, it was Jurgen. Your aid has been invaluable.
Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, that
yeah.
one. Signed Tobias. It was signed Tobias.
Okay. Add that to your note.
What?
It wasn't there. There was no signature.
Yeah, it was on the back. It said.
Oh, okay.
It said the under the prayers. It was to the plague lord. Blah 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 blah. Tobias. On the other side of the note, it was supposed to say
Okay.
that.
Well, it says glory to the maggot king on mine.
Oh, glory to the Maggot King, and then it
Yeah.
was signed Tobias. Sorry.
Look, just hold the
Mega
notes up
into
to each other.
Slipknot.
Hold the notes up next to each other.
Do they compare?
They don't compare at all.
Okay. Just a thought. So
The one from the sewers was very frantic and swiftly done. The newer one is much cleaner hand and much steadier. You're not sure if you could. They're even one's in curse. The one that you found on the floor just now, cursive.
okay.
The one in the other one,
A scrawl.
scrawled
So it's signed J. Now I assume that's just the letter J.
with a period
Wow.
with a little dot next to it.
You were already suspicious of Jan. Do you think now he's
That's
trying?
not a J.
Yes, it is.
Jan, Jan.
Is it? I thought it was a
Yeah,
Y.
it's Jan.
It's
a
pronounced.
J.
It's a soft Norwegian
Yeah.
J.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what's
Jan.
funny is we might no one might have known that.
That's true.
I am German. Carmen is German. She knows.
She knows these things.
She knows.
How you properly spell.
Just don't ask why she knows. Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, it's
What
gonna
if
be a
this
couple
might
of
be
gifts.
him trying to throw us off the scent, or
This is true. Well, the thing is, we were told that there are problems between the factions, so we might be coming
And
across some of
It was
this.
delivered by a guy in purple.
Krieger armor. In Krieger,
No. Purple is
Krieger's red.
Eisenbach.
Eisenbach.
lots of politics going on. This is your specialty.
This is why I left home. That and I want to kill
There's
my father.
politics everywhere.
This is why I wanted
Can't
a life on the
escape your
road. I
past.
didn't want to be caught up in all this nonsense. I wanted the road with adventure and to write,
We have-
create.
We don't have adventure.
I'm not saying we don't. I just didn't want the politics.
Well, when we report to Krieger, we can kind of get a feel for what kind of man he is anyway.
Do we want to?
Was it okay? We're supposed to report to Krieger. We were given the instructions by Helmet. This note is apparently signed by Vanderpeer, and it was delivered by an Isengard.
Well, you're
it
assuming
might-
a lot of things
It
there.
might have been signed by Vanderpeer, or someone impersonating him, trying to set him up.
Yes, but he's already being impersonated.
Yes, maybe it's the real one this time. Hiding in
My-
a dungeon somewhere.
My brain hurts.
I don't know. No, there are many, many possibilities.
And I've
It's
gone-
also possible we're being set up to be fall people.
Again.
For something.
And we'll find out next time. Until then, I have been Connery.
I've been Cassandra.
Ryuka?
And Ye Old Dragon.
We'll catch you guys next time. And remember, folks, until then, stay evil.
Jazzy.